Peace. Peace. Sound check. Sound check. Coach, am I good to go? Just let me know.
You good?
Okay, I'm good to go. All right. All right. Peace, everybody. Peace to the four people that's watching. I hope you're enjoying your night. It's a Friday. You're getting through your week. If you ain't out partying, well, then guess what? If you're watching this, then hopefully it's worth your time. I know it will be. Halito, OCO, Hihani Washte, all that good stuff, right? I'm Light Man Z. Some people call me Copper Five Star. You know what I'm saying? Some people call me Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Forget all introductions, man. It's a lot going on lately in the game. And I'm going to talk about all of that. And I'm going to expose a lot of that stuff today. I got a playlist ready. So you already know how that goes. You're going to watch everything that happens in the game. You know what I'm saying? After this is all done, after all this is done. I recently I just turned 30 years old. And I'm realizing a lot of stuff is getting away. And, you know, I ain't got the time to be posting on Instagram. All that bullshit. Niggas just be talking. They be posting the same old bullshit to get clout. Fuck all of that, man. This is not that. Excuse my language, but this ain't that. Alright? This is not no game. There's a lot of distractions going on. And this is supposed to better you. You knowing your inheritance, you knowing who you are, it's supposed to better you. And don't let nobody tell you who you are. Especially these fake Native Americans. Especially them. These Indians, right? They call Indians. You know, I'm about to get into all that. I'm about to share my screen. I'm about to get into a whole bunch of stuff today. Y'all already know I'm heated because Kusa was attacked. Y'all know who Kusa is? Kusa is the strongest nation ever to be erected in indigenous tribes, and they just erected it in Celeside, Georgia not too long ago. And they was brutally attacked by the cops, right? I don't have nothing too big to prepare on that, but trust me, we're gonna get into a lot of stuff today, right? So shout out to those folk who put this together. And if you're with me, then hey, it's exclusive. You already know how I go. Technical difficulties, but guess what? We about to get down to it. You heard? So Friday night, Friday beat. You already know. All right, coach. I'm about to share my screen. Let me do this real quick. All right. All right, coach. I'm sharing my screen. Put my screen full screen real quick.
There's no such thing as a perfect.
Hey, who that in the chat? Let me see. Original Cop Empress. Peace, peace, Auntie. Peace, Indigenous realist. I hear talking, but only music. I hear talking very lightly. Coach, sound check real quick, okay? Let's make sure they can hear me. Let me see.
Hey, I'm on top of it. As soon as they said it, I started fixing everything.
Yeah, I don't hear nothing on the thing. All right, coach, am I back on? The music, I don't hear no music. I don't hear nothing. They saying they can't hear. I can't hear nothing either. Hold on. Oh yeah, my bad. I'm teaching right now. If you want to just inquire, watch while I'm teaching, you could. My room is messed up and it smell bad because it's garbage right there. As a matter of fact, take this out. Oh, so now I can hear my voice again. Okay, coach. I know it's technical difficulties, y'all. Y'all hearing it right now, but we getting it fixed out. You know, he about to put my little background music on or whatever. Why does light man need background music? Just because I'm a rhythm person. Okay, we are rhythm people. So don't mind me. I just like things to go a certain type of way. Okay. Let me see. All right, coach. I'm waiting for you to put my music on, then we can start, man. All right. What you doing? What's the garbage at? Just take it downstairs. Don't worry about it. Hello? All right, cool. Hey, coach, respond back to me real quick. You can verbally respond back to me. Let me know if the music on or not, man, because I'm ready to get this
Give me
popping.
1 second. I got the music coming up. I just fixed the volume issue. I'm about to hit your music in 1 second.
All right, bet. All right, well, you know what? This is what we're going to do. You can share my screen. I can get started, and then we could bring the music in. How about that? Okay, I see Oak Cliff Tiff. Shout out to Marcus Reynolds and Indigenous Realist. I don't know why y'all couldn't hear anything. You know, like I said before, it's technical difficulties. Why are you blocked, Indigenous Realist? Oh, he must be blocked on something else. I
Uh,
don't know. I can't see anything but two
see,
people.
I found out what the problem was. We on a new system, people. I know y'all like coaching these new systems. We have a whole new system over here, and I almost got it. I thought it was gonna be a walk in the park, which it really is. Just have things in different places that I'm used to. So they just making me work. Nothing hard, nothing to it. I get her done. I just need one thing, and we good to go. And that's the music. Boom. Ugly, ugly, ugly. There we go. All right. YouTube is great for people that are ugly.
Yeah, we not good. You also got to share my screen. So make my screen full screen. What I'm sharing.
No,
You see
all
that?
you gotta do, you know how to do a screen share. I didn't already made the whole thing full.
Nah, I'm looking at YouTube right now. I can only see my icon. And then if you look on the bottom, you have to click on my screen to make a full screen so everybody can see it. Click on the icon with the hand. You see the hand spiraling? When you click on
There
that,
you go.
it'll
There
make it
you
full
go.
screen.
There you go.
All right, let me check.
I
All
got you.
right, bet. Good looking out. Good looking out. All right.
You need me to move that right note from over your picture?
Yeah. Move that. Move them icons out the way.
Oh, the icons.
Yeah, if you could. If you can't move them out the way, don't worry about it.
Oh, I can move it out the way, man. Come on, man. You talking to coach.
All right, coach. Let's get it popping, man. All right, y'all. You know, little delay, but ain't nothing, though. You know, I hope y'all still in Indian good spirits, man. You still ain't black no matter what. You still ain't African American no matter what. And, you know, this is going to lead to benefits in life, to my opinion, advice. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel in my spirit anyway. I didn't get into this to get into it and just ride the wave and nothing like that. Nah. I actually met an all black tribe or all melanated tribe from this. I actually met Kusa and I seen Chappaquiddick. I seen the Picabo tribe. I seen many all black tribes out there being treated unjustly by cops, and you know they striving to be who they are, and we got to have their back at the end of the day. We're not obligated, we don't know what they go through, but we still should have some type of loyalty system, you dig? And you know, you don't know these people on YouTube, you don't know me, and I don't know you, but at least we give each other positive energy, right? Right. All right, so Say's Waters, what's going on? Let's see. No, I can hear. I'm here. I see names on the screen. Okay, boom. All right, yeah. So we in business, man. I got my screen share. Let me check if the music good. Then we're gonna get started. All right, ain't no music. So you know what? I'm about to just get started, y'all. And he could bring the music in. So me myself, like I said before, I'm a rhythmatic person, and you know, our peoples is rhythmatic people too, right? If your rhythm is thrown off, you can become ill or sick or diseased. You understand? You could be in dis-ease or whatever, and it's good to have rhythm. Anyway, this symbol that you see in front of me, It's called the Native American, the Hopi hand, right? My uncle comes from the Hopi tribe, right? And if you look inside the universe, everything spirals. You know, you've been told by the Hotep community that, we're cosmic people, cosmic beings. This is all true, but all of that teachings is definitely indigenous, definitely Aboriginal. You understand? You know, all that cosmic connection stuff, that's all Aboriginal. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna prove all of that right now. So, nothing too big. This is something I'm working on, so don't get your expectations up, all right? So check this out. All right, so if y'all seen the connections to how our cities is built like computer chips, right? I don't know if you haven't seen that yet, but this is all true. And they build these cities, the inner cities, and they make these big tall buildings and put statues on top of our mounds for energetic reasons, to collect a whole bunch of energy and send it to somewhere else. So in churches, you see on top of the churches crosses, right? And the crosses are like an energy pinnacle. And when you worship Lord Jesus and all these other deities they call out, that energy goes up into that cross or whatever's on top of that church and is dispersed to a certain energetic point. And then that energy is used for whatever means, whether good means or bad means. All right, so I'm gonna get into all of that, trust me. Yeah. So just one quick example of a city being a computer chip or whatever was this city right here up in Maya, Texas or whatever, Teotihuacan. You can't see it, but just bear with me. Hold on. All right, so this, you see how this, you got a computer board right here, the circuit board, and then look at the city, Teotihuacan, right? You see that? That's a perfect example of how a city was, how they build computer chips and cities in synonymous ways, right? So, boom. All right. At this point, I'm gonna read this and I'm gonna tell Coach to play a video to back up all my words, and that's gonna be that. So it says, the path isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. You can continually come back to things you thought you understood and see deeper truths. By Barry H. Gillespie, right? The path is a straight line, it's a spiral. It's a spiral. You can continually come back to things you thought you understood to see. So basically, when you run into things that you already been through in life, it's because life is spiraling, so you can understand life more, All right, so Coach, I can't hear my music, but at this time, I need you to play that video. Ancient Discoveries, started at 15 flat, and I'm gonna tell you when to stop it, okay, Coach? Let me know if you're listening. All right, so while Coach getting that ready, I just want to shout out Indigenous Realists, man. I'm not hating him or nothing like that. I didn't know he had so many views on his page. I thought he just came out of nowhere, like what's up? Like, yo, I'm here. But I did a little digging on him, and boy, he put in a lot of work. And even though he got a little beef with Wake Up Indigenous Niji, I don't let that distract me from my purpose in my life and what's going on. Just like the beefs with Nature Boy in the whole world and any other beefs, R. Kelly in the world, whoever, Trump and the people that don't rock with Trump. Like,
all right, I'm ready.
All right, you ready, Coach? Hold on, y'all. So I ain't mean to cut that short, but Coach is ready to show my video. Coach, you got my music playing yet? No?
Yeah, it's been playing the whole time.
Okay, I can hear. Good looking out, Coach. All right, play my video. Ancient Discovery started at 15 flat. I'm gonna tell you when to stop it.
With a lot of over 8,000 bad translations just in the modern King James version
But it
alone.
does not negate the existence of a God, does it?
It doesn't negate the existence
Growing
of God.
you,
I think people get that confused.
whatever you growing, but man, I'm bro. Listen, bro.
Everything else that you're trying to say God.
I came in your chat room one day.
Believe that God
and
does exist, in my
guess
opinion,
you thought I asked a crazy question or something like that. Like, you said, pick a topic.
Everything has a specific.
And I chose the topic of Flat Earth.
You can calculate.
Your video.
Okay, yeah, that's the video. That's the video, Coach. Rewind it back to 15 flat and pause it. Let me just finish talking about something real quick.
All right, go ahead.
Real time.
All right, rewind it back to 15 flat. 15 flat, and then pause it. All right, yeah, that's good right there. Don't matter. That's good right there. Just pause it. All right, good. So, indigenous realist. Yeah, you got it, bro. You welcome. Shout out to Real Indian Leo. All right. Let me just finish what I was saying about indigenous realists. I came to your chat one day, and you said you asked the chat to throw out a topic, right? I gave you a topic. I gave you flat earth. You said it's redundant and it's stupid to talk about something you already talked about. Okay, I get you. I was rubbed the wrong way at that point, and I feel like, you know what, man? Forget Wake Up Indigenous Niji, forget Indigenous Realists, and forget anybody who's beefing up in the YouTube world. That's how I felt at the time. I'm gonna let you know. I would have said this straight to your face or hit you up or whatever, but I didn't feel like it was that big. You know what I'm saying? Girls, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no female, like it ain't that really that big or whatever. But honestly, bro, I see what you doing. You trying to get the message out, and I respect that. And you know, certain people can follow your marketable ways, because you did post that Cardi B video to get the awareness out, and it worked. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, thank you for sticking it out, bro, and not letting the negativity get to you. And I got your back, man. If you claim to be Aboriginal, copper colored, light man got your back. So don't worry about nothing, all right? All right, so let's get back to this universal wave real quick, universal connection. You know, I know it's a little sloppy and structured or whatever, but hey, bear with your boy. We're
They
gonna
don't
get
know
through
your
it.
name. To let them know your name?
Let them know my name. What's your name? Oh, Lightman Z, bro. Lightman Z. Video mixes. I have about 4 different names. I came in the game as Jersey 777, not the game, but because we didn't get that many views. But some people know me as Jersey 777, right? I was one of the commenters for Dane Calloway and Atanchin is one, Darkman X, and inside the chat box, we would just be dropping historical facts before any of this beef started with with anybody. Last year, a lot of people got into beefs, and it separated everybody. And we was on the right path, but this distractions with all this beef, it kind of, stopped the loyalty and morale of the American Aborigines or the true Indians. So anyway, I don't know, man. I had my little problems with people too. But yeah, my name is Jerry 777. You can check my page out, video mixes. I got a lot of private videos that's set on private. I have over, I believe, like 300,000 views, but they're set on private, so you can't see none of my stuff. And I probably won't unlock them anytime soon. But yeah, that's who I am. I'm in Atlanta, right? I discovered Kusa, right? I'm Blackfoot. I'm Creek. I'm a lot of stuff. All right. Hello? All right, boom. All right, coach. Now that they know who I am, okay, bet. Let's get on with this, man. We ain't got all night. Thank you, y'all. Let's get it popping. All right, coach. Play the video, bro.
Slightly modified with a lot of over 8,000 bad translations just in the modern King James version.
But it
alone.
does not negate the existence of a God, does it?
It doesn't negate the existence of a God. I think people get that confused a lot. They think if you talk about Anunnaki and beings coming here and everything else, that you're trying to say God doesn't exist. I personally believe that God does exist, in my opinion, just because of quantum physics.
Right.
Because quantum physics proves that there is a creator of this realm. Everything has a specific design, and mathematically you can calculate it. So I believe that there is a creator, but what happens is in the Bible, I don't believe that the people talking in the Bible that are saying that they're a God, I don't believe that's the creator of the universe itself. I think those are Anunnaki or advanced beings masquerading as a God, but they're not the actual creator of the universe itself.
And of course, the origins of the universe is a topic that really comes up for a lot of discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that I even bat my head against the wall trying to figure out, how did this happen?
It's really an incredible thing that when you
Coach. All right.
What up?
All right. So check this out, y'all. I don't believe in no Anunnaki. I don't believe in no mythical crazy stories. So anything that he say about the Anunnaki and all that stuff, you can block that out. But everything else, trust me, it can be heated. I've done my extensive research. You can actually take notes on everything else. All right, Coach, play the video.
look at the history of the universe itself, you get the Big Bang, the most popular theory that's out there. What I've discovered in my personal research is that the universe may be holographic by nature. In other words, we may be living in an ancestor simulation, meaning that
Created by?
creating by an ancestor civilization, another civilization above us, and there may be many layers to reality. We may be one of trillions or maybe even an infinite number of simulations, and we ourselves have already started making these simulations. And what people tend to think when they hear the term holographic universe is that, oh, you're trying to say that we're not real. But it doesn't mean that. It means that we're real, but we're living in a fully immersed light matrix. It's already been scientifically proven that everything in this entire universe is made of light. Even the light you can't, you can't see, dark matter, dark energy, even that's light. Everything is light. Atoms are mostly empty space. And so what we're basically starting to find out now scientifically is that everything that we consider to be solidity is actually an illusion. Everything that we think is matter is an illusion. The only thing that truly exists in the third dimension is consciousness. That's the only real thing, and that might even be broadcast in here from a source, from a singularity somewhere. And consciousness has kind of divided itself into trillions of entities so that it can experience the third dimension subjectively. But overall, the actual creator of this realm, which quantum physics proves is a creator because of the mathematics behind everything, the Fibonacci sequence, pi, phi, all of that, we start to look and think we may be living in a simulation. And to add more credence to that, when you look at the video game called The Sims, which we have created, there's people in there. They have families, they have lives, they have jobs to go to, they have dogs and pets and vacations and everything else. And now scientists are saying that within the next 8 to 10 years, the Sims may be conscious because of this AI technology. So now if they're conscious, we have now ourselves created our own simulated universe.
Could somebody quickly wipe us out, merely erase us by hitting a key on a board?
It's very...
These artifacts would have come from Atlantis and arrived in Egypt.
We'll be dealing with civilizations millions of years ahead. And what will their technology look like? It will be indistinguishable from magic.
The military took on the project of...
Possible. Maybe that could be one of the reasons why we always seem to reach a certain level and start over. I mean, who knows? You know, it's very hard to say. It's very, very hard to say. But I know that James Gates Jr. at the University of Maryland is a quantum physicist and also a theoretical physicist. He discovered that the fabric of space-time itself, he was actually interviewed by Neil Tyson deGrasse in a show one time. I think it was actually a live stage show where they were doing a talk. And he actually stated this on the stage, that the fabric of space-time itself runs off of something called these Adinkra codes. And these Adinkra codes are the same exact codes that run search engine browsers and websites.
Interesting.
So the fabric of space-time is a code
Coach.
that we are already using now.
All right, y'all. Now, I watched that Neil deGrasse Tyson interview with the guy he showed the Duke, whatever the dude like Mike Tyson was being trained by. I watched the interview with the guy he's talking about the Adinkra codes. These Adinkra codes are real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show my screen real soon after this dude talking, and I'm gonna show you that like it's like what's going down is really true. You know what I'm saying? And this is not just more information and knowledge to cloud your head up with more stuff to you to think about. This is, trust me, this is gonna go somewhere. I promise you, man. I promise. Go ahead, coach. Play the video, man.
To create programs on a computer screen.
It is baffling, to be sure, that the existence of you, the existence of me, might be predicated on some other civilization that has created it.
Yeah.
Simply created it.
Coach, play the video.
I can't get it yet. I just don't understand the Big Bang Theory, how something would start from nothing. Maybe we'll get those answers one day.
Maybe one day.
It's not easy. Going back to the Anunnaki,
Coach, can you play the video?
Billy, and what they wanted. They came here, as you said, to mine gold.
Yes.
Zechariah Sitchin has always said they needed to sprinkle gold particles in their atmosphere, almost to shield their planet from the sun. They're in our solar system. How does that work?
Well, you know, gold is a very, very technological item or element. And I think that a lot of people who are into gold and gold jewelry and everything else, they don't realize that they've been fooled into thinking gold has a value for decoration and monetary means. Actually, what happened was, in ancient times, gold was mined by the Anunnaki before humans even got involved to create this substance, this powdered dust that they can actually hoist into their atmosphere.
Powdered gold.
Powdered gold. And to add credence to that, my vehicle that I actually drive doesn't have any window tint. It's a higher end car, and the glass in my vehicle has powdered gold in the windows to reflect UV light to keep the interior of the car cool.
Isn't that what the astronauts used as a shield when they went to the moon?
So you see, gold is very technological, and you need it for radiation hardened computer circuit boards. You need it for satellites. The thing about gold is you get no loss of electricity no matter how long the distance. It's a great electrical conductor. Yeah. And you don't lose anything in friction. So and you can meld it. It's very malleable. You can mold it to almost any shape. So it's a very, very interesting thing. And because much later, when they had the revolt and decided that they wanted to have slaves help them do this work, which they've now, Michael Tellinger has broadcast actually on one of the shows on Gaia, Hidden Origins, they show that they discovered the location of the very first gold mines that humans worked at Enlil's house on the hill. And it's still there. Over 100,000 years ago, it's still there now.
How deep are these mines?
Oh, they go pretty deep, and they've brought out of these mines different things going down many layers, little discoveries of pottery and so forth.
I wonder how much gold they extracted from our planet.
Probably a lot, and there's so much more. There's so much gold and oil on this planet, it almost makes you start to think that
I paused it. You want me to?
All right, cool. I see you pause it. All right. So the story goes that the so-called I know. I heard you. All right. So the story goes that the Anunnaki came here to mine gold to take back in their atmosphere to create a shield so they could sustain their consciousness, right? That's the story. Now they came to a place that had the most gold. That place was known as El Dorado, right? Now, let's just take a walk somewhere else real quick, right? Follow me for 1 second. White people came here to steal our gold and take it back to their place, correct? Am I right or wrong? The first place they did all of that was Tennessee. And then they stopped over in other places and eventually worked their way out to California. And then we know the California gold rush. This is what we know, right? So would you possibly say that the Anunnaki is white people? I don't think you'd say that. But if you see where I'm going with this, right, you got to understand what people say when they say it, what you're reading, how to decipher it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, yo. It sounds very confusing, but listen to what I'm saying, right? Okay, aliens came here. They came here to a different world. If you're not from America, you're an alien, right? And this was called the New World when they got here, right? New World. And if you look at SpaceX or NASA and any of them, they're always, talking about that what they do and what they're looking for as far as like in different lands in this earth. You understand? You know, they're not really, I don't think they're really looking for different planets and stuff. They already are, but trust me, it's got to do more so with Earth, because we know that there's more continents than these 7 continents. How do we know this? Hey man, trust me, man. We know this because they lying to us about everything. That's how we know this. Okay, I'm not gonna go into deep into that. All right. You know what, Coach? Play the video a little bit more. We're gonna get into the second video. I'm gonna go into my build and we're gonna jump into the playlist. I ain't got all night with this, man. I'm gonna talk about SETI. I'm gonna get into SETI. I'm gonna get into a lot of other stuff. Trust me, it's coming. It's like 2 more, not even a minute left. Come on, go ahead.
The planet itself is producing it.
Well, I believe that.
Yeah.
With oil, the abiotic oil theory,
Right.
that this planet is, creating it when it was formed.
Exactly. I don't think we'll ever reach peak oil. I think that's an illusion. I believe the oil is the blood of the earth itself.
I agree.
And gold may very well be another element that's being created by the earth itself as well, because it almost seems like with the amount of gold that was taken out of this earth already, and there's still so much more, where is all this gold coming from? It's amazing.
Are we ever going to really get these answers? I mean, we've got researchers like you, the late Zechariah Sitchin, Michael Tellinger, and Jason Martell, and people who have investigated this. But is mainstream science, Billy, ever going to come up and say exactly what you've just told us today?
It won't happen until we get to the point where there's a real
press pause, Coach. That's it for the video, all right?
And what I mean by that,
all right, so check this out. He said, what did he say? He said, where all this gold come from? If you ever listen to Lightman, you heard Lightman say an outlandish statement that gold came from our feces of our ancestors back in the day when they used to drop their droppings inside the water, and their droppings was so pure it would turn to gold, right? If you ever listen to Lightman, he exposed how that our ancestors used their droppings to grow their plants and stuff back in the day, because the food they ate, it didn't make their stuff stink as bad. Okay, I know this is immature for a lot of y'all to digest, but trust me, it's gonna go somewhere, man. Okay, listen, we got to be mature about this at some point in time. He also talked about gold being in his windshield of his car and all this other stuff, right? Okay, when you go out of space, when the people so-called go out of space, that spacesuit, the thing that's covering their eyes or whatever, that's made out of gold. It has little gold particles in it to shield them, right? From what? From what though? We gonna get down to the bottom of all that today, for real. And I don't have talk my stuff. I don't have teach my stuff. I'm not a teacher, but I don't have share my stuff. So we're gonna get into all of that. All right. Who this? All right, man. We moving on. So I'm screen sharing my screen. The chat is kind of blocking it with the word, but that's okay. Just bear with me, man. You know, you see the Indian connecting to the universe. Everything spirals, right? Your fingerprint and your tongue print sent you apart from everybody else in the world, correct? The plant spiral. You already know this. For those that's already conscious, I'm not saying nothing new. But let's get into something new real quick, all right? We get into something new real quick. And I could talk about crystals just for a little second, but we still gonna get into something new real quick. Yeah, because we got a lot of stuff to cover real quick, man. So, all right, back in the day, when like these tombs that the ancestors used to build, and these pyramids or whatever, some of the doors was made out of crystals. And these crystal doors, you know, they were made to keep people on a certain plane when you coming in and coming out. All of the stuff was used for a certain reason. I got crystals, right? Let me tell you our technique with crystals real quick, okay? Let me give y'all a solution. Let me be a solution-based person real fast. So if you actually have crystals, whether you want to deal with them or not, you can put them under your mattress, right? And you can set them up according to your chakra alignment, right? And put them under your mattress, line them up with your chakra alignment, your spine alignment, right? So, you know, the red and black will be at the end by your feet, and the upper earlier colors like indigo and violet, which is the crown and and third eye chakra will be by your head. This is not witchcraft. This is basic alchemy. Alchemy was the word of science. It was the old word of science. So alchemy is basically science, right? Okay, but trust me, this is definitely not no witchcraft stuff. I don't deal with that. I don't mess with that. I hate that. So anyway, boom, you line them up under your mattress, right? Or you put them under your you can sleep with them. But what they do is they recharge you. Okay, so let's say you sleep with these crystals from the lower chakra ones to the higher chakra ones. I don't suggest you aiming to get a good dream if you want to sleep with the low chakra ones. But if you want to recharge your energy fully, line them up according to your chakra alignment. You understand me? All right, now that we got that done, let's get into this picture that you're looking at on the screen. This nigga Raul. All right, Sean, you got to get out of my room because I'm about to do a lot of stuff. I know you curse. I know you listen to curses, but I'm not about to curse in front of you like that, man. I gotta do this, man. Just real quick. I know. I don't feel like cursing in front of you like that, though, Sean. I know, my bad. I'll be, just come back in a second. I'll be done. You heard? Real quick, my bad. I know. All right. Let's get into this nigga Raul. This hating ass nigga, right? All of these Native American, these reservation ass niggas, fuck them. Especially if they want to be racist, right? They want to call you nigga. They want to call you stupid ass porch monkey, stupid ass brownie or whatever, blackie. They want to degrade you or whatever because they stole your identity. They acknowledge you as the Aboriginals. This motherfucker right here that y'all looking at, this Raul, this spick ass nigga, I said spick. I don't give a fuck who listening. The only one I validate that come from a quote unquote Latino, which is not even a real classification, is Kudumeo Awa. If you ain't Kudumeo Awa, I don't validate you. But this spick ass nigga right here, fuck you. Right? Don't you ever in your life disrespect me or my people again, bitch ass nigga. I don't like you. I don't know you. You better stay away from us. And you not smart like that. You talking about we don't got no power, that we stupid, that we trying to be like your people. Bitch, first of all, the Mayans and Incas and all of them, they had dreadlocks. They had nappy hair. They had big noses and stuff. Look at you. You ain't got no big nose. You ain't got no big lips. You ain't got shit. Your blood makeup percentage is mostly mestizo or Spaniard people. Yeah, you might descend from the Aboriginals like you say you do, but you don't look like you descend at all. Who look like they descend from the Aboriginals? You know we do, okay? And you want to call us African and Bantu and all that shit, right? But I'm gonna expose that shit today. Trust me, when I get on SETI too. But you, bitch ass nigga, bitch ass spick, engine, yeah, engine. The word engine is spelled I-N-G-I-N-J-U-N. That's a disrespectful term for a Native American. That's what you are. You an Injun. You ain't shit, right? Another disrespectful word for a Native American is an apple because they say they hang from the tree, but they red on the outside. But you not red on the outside, so I'm not gonna call you no apple. It's fucking use a burnt ass, sour ass lemon, piece of shit. Like you see us going through all of this shit, and then when we actually validate who we are and we are getting up off our feet and try to change our situation, you want to talk hella shit about us. I wasn't there when you was talking shit, but I heard about you. And just because I heard about you, you know you gotta get this work. And when I talk to you again, nigga, it's over for you. I was high during the debate with A1 and AP and Dane Calloway. Me smoking takes me out of the game. I should not have smoked. But I didn't know you was gonna be so fucking immature about the way you handle things, bro. AbTV1 already discussed this yesterday. I heard his thing. I heard his talk about you. You took it into a whole nother ballpark. Why would you want to take that there? You talk about you part of the cartel, right? Talking about you part of the cartel. Niggas cutting off heads on YouTube and off of World Star Hip Hop. You proud of that shit though, right? You proud of stealing niggas' history. Why don't you just claim your own shit and acknowledge us and give us our just due diligence and just mind your fucking business? If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't fucking say. I'm saying this shit out of fucking response because that's how we got to deal with you. We got to give you the same energy you give us. You spick ass bitch, nigga. Yo, listen, man. Listen, all you Native Americans, they say that y'all die the same rate as we do. They say that y'all struggle and all that shit at the same rate we do, but y'all got casinos. Y'all having big ass powwows and y'all got pantries and y'all getting monthly checks and shit like that, right? But y'all monthly checks is way bigger than these fucking EBT and what's it called? A welfare checks or whatever. So you really shouldn't be complaining. People want to talk about, oh, it's so sad on the reservations and all that shit. But motherfucker, they got a reservation. They got a chance to actually build and do something with the land that we come from, the land that we own. Right? Man, listen. Don't ever let these niggas talk about you, man. You are so special. No, ain't no African dunk like you, invented stuff like you. Ain't no Native American dunk. Ain't no Native American do anything that you did. And when I say Native American, I'm talking about some Alaskan or not Alaskan, some Mongolian Spaniard or whatever looking dude. Them dudes on the reservations, dumb niggas. Not the copper color ones, but these bitch ass niggas. Dumb. They didn't do nothing special that you did. The last place they conquered inside Americas was what? Hawaii. Hawaii had a copper color king, right? King Kamehameha. Anyway, y'all, I don't want to get stuck on this too long. I'm gonna have to move on. But King Kamehameha was the king of Hawaii, and he was a Negro looking dude. That's the last place the Americas conquered. How come this bitch nigga Raul didn't talk about that? And fuck you too, Khalid and Joseph Flores. Let me tell you something, man. These niggas. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right. Hold on, y'all. All right, man. Yeah, next. Let them take you there, bro. You right, Patrick. Let me go. Let me continue with the build. I apologize, y'all. We're going to get back to it when I get on SETI. But let's just talk about solutions and knowledge and information real quick. I'm going to get back to it. So every day I ride past this house. It has a little dragon statue, whatever. And then it has the ball, the big ball. Now, around this house is a whole bunch of these balls right here that you see, right? See these balls right here? There's a whole bunch of them around this house. And I don't know, I just found it interesting that I passed by these houses or whatever, right? So we know that these balls are on the beach. On the beaches or somewhere, I think I don't know where they're at. They're on some beach in the world. And scientists and whoever else, they always speculate if they're dragon eggs or whatever, right? And I don't know, this house is, Georgia's crazy, yo. It's like everything people be talking about on the internet, I be seeing like firsthand. I witness it, you know? So anyway, yeah, it got this little sign right here, this design or whatever. I know the design is like an African design. It's inside the Maybach Music 2's design. And this means something. I think this means the fascist. No, this is not the fascist. Is it? I don't know. Anyway, y'all, let me keep it moving real quick. We're about to get into something. All right, so this is my cop energy build. If y'all didn't know, I did this already on my channel, but I'm about to do it here again real quick. If you didn't catch it before, you're gonna catch it right now. I'm just getting up to speed with certain stuff. All right, Jersey 777, Light Manzi, let's go. This book right here is from Frederick Douglass, Selected Speeches and Writings by Frederick Douglass. Let's go. All right. It says, not among the least important and significant signs of the times are the recent debates and occurrences in Washington. A combination of events within a few days transpired there, which may be regarded as a providential interference in behalf of the enslaved and plundered of our land, right? He's acknowledging this land, America's, is our land, right? He didn't say their land, Native American land or white people land. He said our land. The bold attempt of more than 70 slaves to escape their chains, their unfortunate and mortifying recapture, the wild clamor for the blood of the men who are willing to aid. Well, you just focus on this part right here. Like I said, our land, right? Okay, let's go. All right, so this copper energy, right? They go to copper, they go to brass, they go to bronze. Copper, brass, and bronze, otherwise known as the red metals. Red. We red, right? We the red Aborigines. It's Aborigines all over this world, but who the red ones? It's us, okay? Let's keep moving. Copper is a naturally occurring element, right? Facts. It is present in the Earth's crust and oceans, lakes and rivers, from minute trace element levels through to rich mine deposits. Far from being harmful, it is essential to life. Plants, fish, animals, and humans all need copper to function properly. You are needed, Indian, right? We are needed. Don't let nobody make you feel like you ain't nothing. Without you, nothing can't function properly. That's why the land dies without you. That's why people whack without you. That's why parties be whack without you. That's why everything be buns without you. Okay? All right, let me keep it moving, y'all. All right, so, we on the topic of copper energy, right? So you got Copper Mountain, which is in Colorado. You know what I'm saying? Got a lot of copper places. You got the Copper State Park, right? Trust me, it's going to get interesting. It is. All right. What does that say? Copper Mound? Copper Mound State Park. This is in Wisconsin. Okay. Okay, so is Native Americans copper? No. You got the Copper Canyon in Mexico, right? All right, and then yeah, I don't know why I put this in this CERN order, but I might as well just get through it. So there's health benefits to copper, just let y'all know. I got a lot of history to go through this, trust me, and a lot of other stuff. But let's get through this. So it relieves joint stiffness and pain. See that? It possesses anti-aging properties. We dealing with copper jewelry and copper ware, like stencils and utensils and stuff. It increases cardiovascular health, helps in mineral absorption, boosts immune system, it helps produce melanin. I'm only bringing this up, in the Hotep community, they talked about copper. That's why you see them on the street selling their copper stuff or whatever. I don't know where you live at, but where I live at, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? What does that do for you? If you get you one of those, it probably costs you like $5-10. That relieves joint and pain. That does all of this stuff, what I just read. It boosts immune system. It helps produce melanin. See that? All right. Over a period of time, copper can turn the skin green or bluish green due to the exposure of air, sweat, and other chemicals. This means it is time to change your jewelry. So if you rocking some of this, right, and your skin start to turn green, it don't mean that necessarily this is fake, but it's because it was exposed to air. So, when your skin start turning green, all you would do is just, get you a new joint or just not rock it as much. But it does help with all other stuff. So let's keep moving. You got the thing you could drink up out of, right? All right. This is, you could drink up out of that. It's run you about probably like $15. But trust me, if it's going to heal with all of this, why not invest into that? Your health is wealth. All right, so let's keep going. There you go again. All right. We talking about copper, right? Okay, so like I said, I ordered this in a certain way, but we talking about copper. So there was an old song, and I guess the record cover for this said, "That nasty little copper colored coon." Words and music by Geo Kunkel. So, fuck Geo Kunkel. He better have been singing some good shit about the nasty little copper colored coon. Because if he ain't, then fuck him, rot in his grave. You heard? Fuck him. But, yeah, this come from Underground American Aboriginal on Facebook. So shout out to him. Let's keep moving. But, hey, this has happened in 1896. This is before 1924, which is when we couldn't claim who we were. Right? All right, let's keep moving. Here, I think here's like a slave auction salesman thing. Let me just read it real quick, okay? So it describes a person. It says, this slave selling thing. I think they was looking for him, runaway slaves, right? It says, also a Negro man named Hamp, dark copper color, big lips. Now, MBK and all of them want to say that copper color is a yellow tinge or whatever, right? Fuck them. Come on, man. Like, we're not black. We're not. Okay. The background of this picture you see right here is copper color. The words in this picture is black, right? Dark copper color, big thick lips. Okay. Also, a Negro slave man named Bob, copper color, high cheekbones. That nigga name was Bob. I'm sorry, bro. God damn. Out of all names, but Bob, you represent it. So copper color, high cheekbones. See that? All right, y'all already know the definition. I'm not reading that. Keep moving. Shout out to Six Fingers She. All right, and this thing was inside St. Louis, August 23rd, 1852. Okay, I'm just giving y'all some little, tidbits here and there. So if you want to talk about copper energy and copper, you got to go to Detroit because you got that, Detroit has Copper County inside of it, right? Okay, so, and, I got a book I'm going to actually pull up real soon, probably after this slide, talking about Detroit. Hold on. All right, so here we go, right? Shout out to everybody that's joining. Shout out to Patrick Gabriel, Wanagi. If you still listening in, man, shout out to you. All right, Detroit, the etymology to Detroit, Copper County, Copper people we talking about. City in Michigan, U.S., from French, Detroit, literally means straits. Straits, that sound like water, don't it? From Old French, district, 12th century. From Latin, districtum, neuter of districtus. I put this in here to show you the time that they wrote about this, right? It says French fort was built in 1701. By 1918, the city name was synonymous with the U.S. automobile manufacturing. What U.S. automobile manufacturing they talking about? They talking about GM, right? GM, U.S. automobile manufacturing, GM. But 1701 is what I want to try to focus on. In the word district, when I see that word district, I think about the borough adjustment. And inside Detroit, it's a lot of gentrification. It's probably a lot of racism there. And it probably makes it seem like a assimilated town, right? So let's go over here. Okay, this from the book. This is Detroit, 1701 to 2001, right? By Arthur Woodford. So he's an Arthur. His name is Arthur. How ironic. All right, let's get it. All right. The Indians had several names for what we call Detroit. Some called it Yandotega. So some Indians called it Yandotega, okay? Meaning the great village. Others called it Wawatan, right? Which refers to the bend in the river and has been translated as the crooked way. Shout out to you if you're from Detroit listening to this. This is all for you too if you're from Detroit, trust me. Another name was Karatian. So here's the indigenous names of Detroit. If you didn't know about it, if you don't care about it, hey, whatever. Now you know. Karatanton, or coast of the straits. Okay, so we just read in the etymology, straits, right? So the Indians, it was living by the waters. While the Iroquois referred to it in their own language tongue as Tawushi Grandi. We do not know for certain who was the first European to see the Detroit River region, yada, yada, yada. All right, forget all that. So y'all know what's called Yandotega, or Watanton, and Karatin. So if you know any Detroit friends or whatever, or Twishi Grandi, then now you know the origins of what the Native American Indians called Detroit. I'm stuttering like crazy, y'all. Thank you for bearing with me, all right? Okay. So these Native Americans, the copper people, so named because they were worked the copper deposits of Isle Royal, lived in Michigan Lake Superior region as early as 4000 BC. This coming from Henry R. Schoolcraft, History of the Indian Tribes of the United States. All right. Now, let me get to the book real quick. That's a mound inside Detroit, but let me go to the book real quick, y'all. I got something to show real fast. All right. I'll say y'all, like, I'm really just trying to talk to myself so I can understand this stuff. There's much more, but it is what it is. So it says, we do not know the name. This is like the first page of the book. This is Detroit, by the way. It says, we do not know the name of the first people who inhabited Detroit River region, but we do know that the Native Americans were living here long before the first European explorers arrived. The best estimate is that the first Native Americans may have been here as early as 6000 BC, possibly coming from the Central Plains of the United States or even Canada. These first people found that this is a strange land. It is said they hunted bison and mastodon. Isn't mastodon extinct, or the giant beaver? I think that's extinct too. And it says in other huge beasts. Venison is believed to have been one of their food sources, since the white-tailed deer, still plentiful in Michigan, is the only mammal known. Let me get to the good part, baby. All right. So, all right. Later visitors to the area are a little better known. They were the copper people. So, because they worked the copper deposit, I already read that. Okay, so they attained a relatively high culture. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Hold on, let me just make sure. All right, hold on. Here we go. All right. Dang, hold on. Uh-oh. Oh, I shouldn't have messed with it, y'all. Y'all see how that go, right? Hold on. Dang, I shouldn't have messed with it, man. Hold on. Get it back up. There you go. That ain't it. Dang. Like, how could I do that? All right, so what I was about to read, it was basically going to say, and I'll tell you exactly what it was going to say. I'm going to sum it up. It was going to say the copper people, they don't know nothing about them, and that they built the mounds. That's what it was going to say. And they're going to say that they don't know how they got there, but they used to pass through there and say hello to the Native Americans. That's exactly what that book was going to say, okay? I don't know how I just messed that up, but it is what it is. You heard? Trust me. That's exact. Listen, read the book. Y'all got the book. You want to fact check me? Go ahead, get the book. This is Detroit, right? Boom. Go to like page 1 or whatever. It's gonna say what I said. All right. Fact check me. All right. Let's get back to it. They go a mound inside Detroit. You see that mound? Every day y'all be probably passing through mounds and y'all don't even know it. Just to let y'all know, right? These mounds, you know, they were gutted out, a lot of them, but they used to have our ancestors inside of them, and you know, these are actually our energy points. That's why our people was able to identify certain energies, and they would build these mounds or whatever in these energy points for you know, for certain reasons. But we're gonna get to that. All right, so all right, here go all the mounds inside Detroit. They go to Copper Works Mound. If you look at A, which is right here by Fort Wayne, boom. All right, let's go to slideshow real quick, make the jump there. All right. Boom. See that central mound is at B right there. See E, Springwood. Okay, they'll go all the mounds in that area, okay? So, okay, I already discussed this already. Okay, so certain mounds and certain pyramids in Americas was built to align with the star systems. Kusa Nation told me that they found kings and queens buried inside Georgia. Yeah, kings and queens buried inside Georgia mounds or whatever, right by where they live at. I trust Chief Redman. He told me this. I trust what he say. I did not confirm or whatever, but trust me, like there's Etowah mounds and there's more mounds inside Georgia, and I'm pretty sure what was gutted inside there has been talked about. And Chief Redman has done more research than I have, you know, so. You know, take his word for it when I said that they found kings and queens, mummies found buried inside Georgia that were black. They were Negro. All right. Okay, since we talking about copper color, we're described as a whole bunch of different colors. You know, you got sepia, ochre, russet, terracotta, tawny, tappy, khaki, fawn, all this other stuff, right? So all of these different descriptions of our skin tone, right? You don't see black there. And we actually have a total of 16 different shades. This is just 8 of them. So if you go on Google and you want to look up your history and you want to find out how the Indians look, how about you type in one of those colors, you type in Negroes next to it, and then you go to books, right? Now, I'm just going freestyle right now, to be honest with you. I don't like the freestyle, but it is what it is. So sepia. Type in sepia Negroes.
Now might
right?
not be the best time to ask yourself,
Negro Indians.
Life's full of make or break.
There you go to books.
That's why it's so important to help
Right?
reduce your risk
Look,
of fracture.
look what comes up. As soon as you type in sepia, well, hold on. Let's not type in Negro. That makes it a little bit too easy. Sepia Indians. Oops. Right. All right, cool. Now, it says sepia toned, right? But let's go to books. But if you want to find out what I want to find out, you're typing Negro, sepia Negro. And what's going to come up is a book, right? Let me see. You go to books. This is how I do research sometimes. I'm about to show you how I do research. You go to books, boom. Then you look for the word sepia. You see that right there? American Indian, African American people. Here go a book right here, and it says sepia 22. Click on the book. Look, man, I don't know. Look, I'm just freestyling right now, y'all. This is how you do it. This is how they find it. If you want to have Cootie Mayo, A1, and all these people that be teaching this stuff, finding stuff, this is what they do. Real simple. All right. So it talks about Black concerns for Indians at Wounded Knee, sepia 22. Whatever. We know that sepia is a color, and they talking about Black concerns for Indians. So we know. Come on now. It's an easy connection, y'all. All right. That's a little vague. That was a little light, but I'm light, man, so I get away with it, right? All right, so let's keep moving. I don't care. I'm light, man. I get away with it. And okay, so if you type in russet, I actually got this from A1 actually. Like he didn't send this to me, but he was reading something that said russet Indians, and you know I was looking up books and stuff like that on russet Indians, and then I looked at tawny Indians. You know, you got the tawny Moors or whatever. And that's how I got a part of it. Let's keep moving, y'all. Okay, so this process of turning a picture from black to white is called iconolast, right? That's what it's called. Let's type it in real quick, just so I could back it up, because I know people don't trust my sources or whatever sometimes, so they don't even believe what I say sometimes. They just think I don't know shit. Excuse my language. So, a person who attacks cherished beliefs or institutions, a destroyer of images used as religious worship, a destroyer of images. See that? That's what the process is called, right? When you alter the image. Iconolism, right here on the right. You see this? Is the social belief of the importance of destructions of icons and other images. So, they destroyed our pictures, or the pictures that describe us, and that process is called iconolast. That's what it's called. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to Ab the Legend. All right, so we got some copper color Indians right here. I don't know why I put this in this order, but these are the Pusapak Native Americans on the trail, right? Pusapak Indians. You see they look like Negroes, right? This don't like no new picture. This picture don't like it came from 1991 or 1971. See that? And come on now, let's keep moving. Dang, why would I put this picture in here? But I guess this is more proof of old pictures and Negro Indians. So let's keep moving, y'all. We done seen enough of this stuff. We trying to get land. We trying to make more moves or whatever. Okay, so back in the day, if you read this down here, it says live at Montrose Detroit Jazz Festival, 1986-1989. So Jesse Jackson misclassified us in 1988, right? With 4 other people without our consent. It is to my research that I've done that there was an uprising in the indigenous Soki, and they wanted to defend their classification, which were, truly Indian. They wasn't coloreds or mulattoes or whatever. They were what their tribe was. Creek, Yamacraw, Yamansi, or whatever you want to say. And during that time, they had uprisings, and they had shows or whatever, right? They had one of the concerts they had was right here, Detroit Jazz Festival, the Aboriginal Box. It says the Aboriginal Box. Like, come on now. Like, That's not proof, light man. That's not proof. It was called Aboriginal for Australians. No, it wasn't. That's not an Australian. In this picture, he wasn't Australian. This picture of the percussion dude. I did my research on that. They talking about us, and why would Australia be over in Detroit playing music, or whatever, during the time that we're being misclassified? See that? This is proof that this whole Indian awakening or whatever that's happening in 2016, 2020, 2020, 2019. This ain't new. Come on, y'all. Wake up, man. They did conscious back in the day. What we doing? On YouTube screaming? We gonna do better, though. It's coming. 2019 is the year, bro. Ain't no more playing. I done seen too much. All right. Let me see this, y'all. Don't do the work for us. All right, cool. You right. Young Pharaoh was talking about the Naga Mayan tribe who sailed to Egypt. You ain't got to prove yourself, bro. No need. All right. Okay. Go ahead. You go. All right, let me keep going with this real quick. So this picture right here come from J.A. Rogers. He's a sellout. He's a coon. Right? He created this. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. 1 second real quick. Hold on. All right, y'all, we back. All right, so this picture's from J.A. Rogers. He's a sellout. He's a coon. This picture right here is a displaying something. I'm gonna read this one right here down to the bottom. It says, of the states of the Union, Michigan. Let me hold on. Get this on slideshow. It says, of the states of the Union, Michigan showed the greatest decrease in Negro population from 1900 to 1940. It rose from 15,816 to 208,345, or more than 13 times. New York came. Hold on, I'm not reading it bad, man. It rose from it had the biggest increase. Okay, so of the states of the Union, Michigan showed the greatest increase in Negro population from 1900 to 1940. It rose from 15,816 to 208,345, or more than 13 times. New York came meet with from 99,232 to 500,721, or nearly 6 times. So, okay, this is proof that we was having a lot of babies. Okay, what year was this again? We about to get to it. So all the Jim Crow states except Oklahoma showed a meager increase. Texas came highest with only 3rd. Georgia had less than 5% increase, while Kentucky Negro population actually fell from 284,000 to 214,000. The 1950 census would show greater changes. All right. So, you know, we talking about Michigan, we talking about Detroit. That's why I had to read that. There was a big increase at a certain time from 1900 to 1940, okay? Now, oh, hold on. That's the video. We're not going to watch that yet. Let me just read this, then we watch the video. All right, so talk about J.A. Rogers, sellout. It said if America hadn't already invented the one-drop rule by this time, Rogers most probably would have. So, if, what's his name? 1924, what's the dude name, y'all? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The white dude. Walter Plecker. If him and the rest of racist America, racist colonizers, didn't invent the one-drop rule by this time, he would have invented it. This dude from the islands, I believe he was. He's a sellout. He actually has something to do with, what's his dude name? All these brain farts. It's late at night, my bad. Dang, William, the boys. They had something to do with enslaving people in Africa at one point. Enslaving our own people, as a matter of fact. If you do your research, these people, yeah, they may have been good researchers or whatever, but even with all his research, he could not prove to you that you were African. He did a whole bunch of African to Indian relation research, and he tried to prove that we were African. but even he couldn't do it. Listen, y'all, if you look up this newspaper that he had invented or whatever right here, Your History by Jay Rogers, it's like 1 billion pages like he invented for you to learn about who you are in an Afrocentric way, in an African way. But even with all the pictures he done did, it cannot prove that you were African. Because you don't have the same phenotype. You don't have the same genetics. You don't have the same history as them. All right. So let's get into the Detroit video. Talk to Coach real quick. Hold on. Hey, Coach. 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 All right, Coach, you back? Good. Coach. All right, we about to play this video, Coach. Answer the phone. As soon as you hear me, let me know. All right, because we about to get into this. Coach. Oh, all right, y'all. You know what? I'm going to continue with the build. You know, that video has to do with Detroit and the Indians in Detroit, all type of stuff with Detroit. And I actually created that video myself. And, you know, we're going to get back to it. As soon as Coach answers me, I'll play the video. But I'm going to just go ahead and keep it moving with the build. So, but yeah, before I even do the build, I gotta get Coach, because this right here, I got to ask Coach to play me something real quick, man. Okay, so let me just tell you.
Let me unmute. I'm back.
All right, Coach is back. All right, Coach, I got this video I want to play. Let me know if they can hear the volume on this. Ready?
They're not going to be able to hear it. I don't believe. Do I have a video?
All right, now I'm about to send it to you, okay?
Yeah, send it to me real quick so they can get it.
All right.
Sorry about that. All I had took my screen off of the, so I couldn't unmute it and I couldn't figure out why.
All right. Hold on.
You good over there?
Yeah, I'm good. My bad, man. You know, it just be little things. I'm about to send you the video, okay? You just play it for me, all right?
No problem.
All right, so let's go to video mixes. Let me share this with you or add person.
They won't stop until they get what they came for.
All right, where are you at?
Keep your head down. It's going to get
Juniata, right?
in some trouble.
Right.
There's a serious
PC Massey Warrior, Tommy Williams, McKeel Bryant, the original Copper Empress Hobart, Healing Through Inspirations, Indigenous Realist, Indigenous 56 Ace. Man, shout out to everyone that came through for this build tonight. I want to give a shout out to you, Light Man. Thanks for putting this together for us.
Yeah, this is something old, y'all. This is something real old. I did this last year, man. This ain't no new information. I'm just sharing it with you if you didn't see it. My Universal Stargate build I'm gonna do is gonna come up, and then I'm gonna expose the attack on all indigenous peoples, especially Kusa. I wanted to do this way earlier. I know only got like 8, 20, 30 people viewing, but to those 30 people out there, listen, I need you to instill the energy and spirit.
We have 92 people watching.
92. All 92 people that's listening right now. I need you to take all this energy that I'm trying to put out right now. I need you to convert this and translate into this to strength. Okay? We dealing with problems with bills. We dealing with problems with racism. We dealing with problems with YouTube and being stuck to technology. And we dealing with family issues. All type of stuff is hitting you from different directions. This is a reason. And I'm sharing with y'all this right now. But ultimately, we gonna get through this, I promise. Right? And I don't break my promise. I'm 30 years old, so that means I gotta keep my word, right? Well, not even about age. I just gotta keep my word, period, because I'm Aboriginal, I'm an Indian, right? But I'm not doing this, man. I don't love to do this, to be honest with you. I'm only doing this because I guess this is one way I can help. This is just one way. I do other things, but you know. But thank you for paying attention while I'm sharing this with y'all. Okay, word. I appreciate it. All right, coach. I sent you the email, man. We got to get to these videos, man.
Which one is it?
We're gonna go to the one that's at 5:15. It says 5 is if you go to the
I don't see it. I'm waiting on you to come through. Let me refresh.
Yeah, refresh the email. I sent it to your email.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sent it from. Okay, I got it.
All right. So you go to the folder. You go to the folder, video mixes. It's a video. It says 5 minutes and 15 seconds. Play that video full screen. We're gonna come back. It's kind of a long video, y'all. My disclaimer before I show the video. Everything that y'all see in the video, all the superstars, they're from Detroit. Okay, this is the Detroit-based video. But it has a lot to do with the Aborigines and Indians. And hold on, before you play the video, hope my screen's still sharing. Dane Calloway actually made a video with Gil Scott-Heron talking, right? Gil Scott-Heron. Shout out to Gil Scott-Heron, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? He's one of my father's favorite artists. Gil Scott-Heron, you know, he was a real dude. So the song that's actually inside the video is actually sung by him. You know, We Almost Lost Detroit. That's the name of the song. And whenever you're ready to play this video, dog.
I'm ready.
All right, yeah, play the video full screen. And then after the video done, let me know. I get back, finish the build, we jump into the playlist. It's a wrap.
That's a go.
All right, yeah.
Stands out on the highway like a creature from another time. It inspires the baby's questions. What's that? For their mothers as they rhyme. But no one stopped to think about the babies or how they would survive. And we've almost lost Detroit this time. How would we ever get over losing our minds? Just 30 miles from Detroit stands a giant power station. It ticks each night as the city sleeps, seconds from annihilation. But no one stopped to think about the people or how they would survive. And we've almost lost Detroit this time. How would we ever get over losing our mind? The sheriff of Monroe County had sure enough disasters on his mind. And what would Karen Silkwood say to you if she was still alive? safety. Money wins out every time, and we've almost lost Detroit this time. How would we ever get over losing our minds? You see, we almost lost Detroit that time. We almost lost Detroit that time. And how will we ever get over? The odds are we're gonna lose somewhere. One time, odds are we're gonna lose somewhere. Sometime. And how will we ever get over losing our mind? How will we ever get over losing our mind? Didn't dig the sign. Almost lost Detroit that time. Damn near totally destroyed. One time, people all over the world know. Say, didn't you know? People all over the world know. Say, didn't you know? When you almost lost Detroit. Damn, totally destroyed.
All right. Okay, coach. Put me back on, man. Video's finished. Just pause the video.
You live.
All right, cool. So now, all right. So every actor, every celebrity, every artist in that video that you just watched, that long-winded video, they were definitely from Detroit. All right. Thank you for being patient for watching that video. Coach, go into my burial mounds video, play that from the top, and I'm going to show y'all, you know, how I research things sometimes too. I seen this dude talking about burial mounds or whatever, and he actually said that the Bronze Age was fueled by mines inside the Americas, right? Mainly Detroit mines. And you know, when he said that, I was like, what? The Bronze Age? I don't know nothing about the Bronze Age at all, one. And two, if he's talking about all the bronze that was used inside Europe or whatever, it came from over here, that debunks a lot of stuff right there in itself, if you think about it. So, Coach,
burial mounds.
Yeah, play that video for me real quick.
Coming right up.
All right. Just lost about 2 views, but hey, you know, it is what it is. I got my music playing, bro.
Yeah, I got the music back playing. All right, here we go.
Yeah, play that.
This freaking Alvarino and Fritz Springmeier little conversation they had, they recorded, made a video out of, and they're talking about how all these churches are built on ancient pagan, Neolithic pagan altars and all this, man. And it's not necessarily meaning that they're pagan, because listen, it's a symbol that we conquered your gods, or our God, your God is one of our God's followers or something, or you know what I'm saying? It's like a real, it's kind of like when gangs, like, look, there's a main gang in a hood, right? New gang moves in, they go to all their graffiti and they start doing their graffiti over the top of the old graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Listen, that is the same thing. And I was telling my buddy, my Indian buddy, that I'm like, dude, when I was in Florida, every city I went to, there would be a plaque in the middle of the city, and it'd be like, yeah, this used to be an Indian burial ground. Like, dude, downtown Tampa, there's this weird sunken in spot. And there's a plaque in the middle of it, and it literally says that this was a graveyard when the city founders came or whatever, dude. And there's a I've seen this one of their hieroglyphs or whatever you want to call them. It shows a pyramid built on top of a bunch of skulls and bones, and I realize it's like, this is a real.
All right, pause the video. Is it paused?
Yeah, it's paused.
All right. All I want to say to the people that's still listening is that this guy is basically about to go on like a ramble about what he found with Detroit as far as the Bronze Age, the Indian burial ground, the mounds, all that stuff, y'all. Excuse me for jumping over my words. I'm a little caught up. I did my research, and I'm about to expose what I found, what this guy was talking about. Because when you talk, I listen, and I go back and fact check you. And I fact check everything this bald-headed nigga was talking about, okay? And, we can stop the video. I'm going to get back into my build, because we're about to get back into the playlist. We ain't got all night. So, you can share my screen now, right? That's a very interesting video, if y'all didn't know. That video, if you want to watch it, it's called Burial Mound Necrogeomancy in America. If you ever seen my video on Tribe Up called Necrogeomancy, I did a build on that already. And I basically exposed and I showed information on how they build stuff on top of our mounds, and the energy that they accumulate from what they build, is sent to their places, whatever, what they use it for. And, it's important, man. Nobody else exposed it, so it is what it is. So, all right, so let's get back to this real quick. Y'all can watch that video. Like I said, build necrogeomancy mounds in America. All right. Boom. So let's get back to it. So it says, where was the source of the copper that fueled the Bronze Age? Right? Where did the Mexican copper go in those ancient days? We're going to get to that. Here's a mound inside Poland. Don't look nice? This artificial mound, though. What's the difference between an artificial mound and the other mound? They probably use more modern materials to build this one inside Poland. Is Poland our area? Yes, because if you go on the map, right? If you go on the map and you look for the areas inside by Russia, whatever, there's going to be indigenous names over there by Mongolia and all them places, right? Am I right or wrong? There's going to be indigenous Indian names. If you go on the map and you look by Iceland and Greenland and all that stuff, you'll see that. So, and then if you read the Benjamin Franklin letters, it clearly says that parts of Europe is our territory. The whole world is ours because people from America migrated to Asia. People from Asia migrated to Africa. Those peoples migrated, everywhere. Okay, so, let's keep moving. And they go to mound inside Poland. See that? I think it's called the Couche. Let's see what it's called. I think I got it inside here. Oh, no, I don't. But it starts with a K, what this mound is. And the original mound, what this one is built to look like, is somewhere around this area, too, where it's at in the city. And they don't know who built it, but we know who built it. We built mounds all over, not just the Americas, all right? Let's keep moving, y'all. The Bronze Age. Boom. Right? All right. So let me get up out of here. Let me show you when the Bronze Age was, just to give you a better, more clear perspective when the Bronze Age was or whatever, real fast, The importance of me showing you this is that back in the day, all the weapons, everything that this world was built upon, it came from our place, okay? That's why I'm showing this. I'm almost done. Let me see. When was the Bronze Age? I'm just looking for the year, that's all. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So, classic Bronze Age. Right? Hold on. Let me see something. Almost done. They said it started around 4000 BC. That's when it said it started. But basically, right around the time, there you go. Early Bronze Age, 3300 BC to 2100 BC. So, okay, the numbers start a little higher and then it go lower and then it goes into AD. So 1 BC will be closest to 1 AD or whatever with these fake calendars. Shout out to UB News and, you know, the fake timeline or whatever, right? All right, so now we got a perspective of what time the Bronze Age was. Let's keep it moving, okay? 3300 BC. Let's see what was around there. Egypt, all type of stuff. Let's keep it moving, man. I ain't even stunting. All right, I can't see that. I put that in there. In the original video, I went over all of this, but I took it down. Why you take it down, like, man? I don't know. Let's go. All right. Yo, if you with me today, you about to hear a lot of my voice because I'm about to do a lot of reading. So it says, farther north in the upper part of Wisconsin. Oops. God, hold on. All right. This coming from a book. I think it's called The Michigan Valley. I'm going to show you. So it says, farther north in the upper part of Wisconsin, as well in the upper peninsula of Michigan, north of Wisconsin, are ancient copper mines that go back 5,000 BC or more. On Island Royal, is an island in Lake Superior, now a national park near Thunder Bay, Ontario, hundreds of ancient open pit copper mines are to be found. Much on the ground is pure copper. In 1874, one solid mass of copper was found on Island Royal, which weighed 5,720 pounds. On it were clear marks that showed where prehistoric hammerstones had battered off chunks of copper. Obviously, the huge boulder of copper had once been ever larger, right? So all this stuff I'm about to read is all about the copper and what they, you know, when they found it, what they did with it, and the proof that we had a whole bunch of copper. That the proof that the Bronze Age was fueled by us, by the Americas, right? And I'm gonna tell y'all right now. A whole bunch of copper. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. They're not happy about this history right here. They actually try to hide this. They're not gonna teach you this in high school or any school because, you know, they're not proud of this history. If copper was found inside the Americas and taken all over the place, that means that they wasn't good enough to supply their own copper or to feel good about what their materials had. Because if you know, they came over here for materials. Their land was starting to run out of stuff. You know, but this one had the most. So anyway, let's keep moving. All right. Carbon-14 test then shows that these people, now called the old copper culture, have lived about 5,000 years ago. This date shows that copper was being mined in North America at the same time the copper age in Asia and Middle East was also happening. One curious aspect of the Wisconsin and Michigan copper miners is that the 5,000, 3,000 BC, possibly even older dates, copper was mined in that area. Yet, at even a later time, copper was not being mined or used at all by the Wisconsin Indians. Certainly not when the first European settlers arrived in the area in the early 1800s. It says it wasn't being used by the Indians, right? But then again, we invented mad stuff with copper, right? Okay, so here go the book title right here, The Mississippi Valley, Diving at the Sunken Pyramids of Attilan. Attilan is an ancient name for America. I could tell y'all all ancient names for America right now. And I guess after the build, I'll reveal it. But I got collabs with people. I'm not supposed to reveal that information. I got collabs with other people. Y'all don't even shoot. Y'all be like, damn, really? Yeah, I got collabs with them. But anyway, boom. All right, so it says, let's read right here. It says many books on the North American Indians do their best to play down the entire copper mining episode, suggesting that a few remote tribes happened to stumble on a boulder of copper, hammer out the spearhead of two, then decide that copper is inferior to the stone arrowheads, which are harder, and continue to use stone. The Smithsonian had a display of a few Indians in loincloths breaking up copper chunks with some rocks. The whole diorama looking suitably primitive. All right. Let's keep it moving. Let's go to the next page, man. Now, you see that when they say primitive, okay, we know the difference between post-apocalyptic America and, pre-apocalyptic America. Post-apocalyptic America is us wearing flaps and stuff to cover ourselves up, us shooting arrows and all of that stuff, us doing all that so-called primitive stuff because they done burnt down all our house. They done destroyed all our stuff. So now we look primitive to them. But before that, we had our shotgun houses. Before that, we was rocking our minks and all that in the winter. We had advanced civilizations and, our genius. All right. So let's read this part. It says the article went on to state that the grain size and most of the objects corresponding in the Helen temperatures. Oh, pardon me, y'all. We're not going to read that. Let's read. Here we go. Let's read this part. Who were these ancient copper miners and where did their copper go? It has been suggested that the estimated 100 million to 500 million tons of copper that came out of Wisconsin and Michigan circa 3000 BC went to the Mediterranean to fuel the blossoming copper age that was happening there at the time. Even the lower figure of 100 million tons of copper represents a far greater quantity than primitive America could in all probability absorb. There are only few instances of copper artifacts found in the United States and Canada. Copper scrolls have been found in some mounds, and some skeletons have been found in some mounds. And they were wearing copper armor, such as the skeletons found in Spiral Mounds, Oklahoma, Walkerton, Indiana, Fall River, Massachusetts, right? All right, so Dr. L. Hickerson of Carleton College in Minnesota has expressed the belief that most of the copper from these ancient most of the ancient mines were removed to the ancient Near East circa 3000 BC. These ancient copper miners were likely to have been Egyptians, and Phoenicians. During the later Copper Age, the miners were used by other cultures, including Norse, Celts, and perhaps Toltecs. Whoever the miners were, us, you see how they try to play stupid? Whoever they were, us, the fact is that no one knows what happened to the vast amount of mined copper that came out to these ancient mines. It has never been explained why the mines ceased to have been worked. Oh, Halito, Chief Warrior Talisa Noyamina, I got my phone back on, so I will definitely hit you back. I will definitely be in contact with you. I'm sorry, Chief Warrior Talisa Noyamina. All right, let's keep it moving. All right, man, I'm not going to be reading all of this stuff. I'm going to just try to, because we about to get into this playlist, and it's going to be good, okay? So, it says, Ohio has quite a few mysteries, aside from the many mounds, pyramids, and forts. On March 17th, 1992, the New York Times reported a story of a prehistoric building found in Ohio that carbon dated to 10,200 BC. Said this article, archaeologists said carbon dating post holes and pits uncovered at the construction site in Medina, Ohio, are 12,000 years old, making them the oldest evidence of structures in North America. All right, so, all of this stuff that I'm about to read, it goes into, the copper, the ancient copper that we had over here, how they stole it from us, right? So let's see. It says, whether it was sunken cities in Wisconsin, rune stones in Oklahoma, Birdmen in Illinois, 7,000 years old copper mines in Michigan, or this new discovery in Ohio, North America never ceased to fascinate me. My travels around the world has taken me across the Sahara, down the Amazon, over the Himalayas and through many adventures. Who would have thought that there would be just as much excitement here in the born Midwest? Okay, let me say one thing before we move on, right? When they talked about copper mines, copper scrolls, they're talking about, what's those scrolls called in the Bible? The Dead Sea Scrolls. The Dead Sea Scrolls are the copper scrolls that they found, okay? In the copper mines. All right, and the rune stone that they talking about is like a Hebrew rune, is like a old Hebrew rune. It's the oldest Hebrew text found in the world. All right, so we talking about copper. I was supposed to do this on Thanksgiving, but my build was just like destroyed. Like it was just destroyed. And I was gonna tell people like during Thanksgiving time that turkey is actually more healthy to eat. Period. It got 90 calories. Chicken got 165. It got 1 gram of fat. Chicken got 5. It got 20 micrograms of omega-3. Okay, so omega-3 is good for you, right? But overdoses of it is not good for you, right? Like too much anything is bad for you. So even though turkey has less omega-3, that doesn't mean that it's less healthy for you, you know? So anyway, let's go down here. It has less protein. It has 14 grams of protein. Chicken got 20 grams. Now, Dr. Sebi says that protein don't exist. So whether they got 14 grams or 26 grams, what type of protein is they really talking about, right? I mean, Dr. Sebi, you know, he broke down the science of how protein don't exist or whatever, but I don't feel like breaking that down. But I'm gonna let you know right now, too much of anything is bad for you, right? So you can eat more turkey than you can eat chicken, basically. So it has no saturated fat, it has 40% of sodium though. Now, too much of this, I heard, could probably increase your blood pressure. But even so, it has more benefits, positive stuff than negative stuff. Keep it moving. All right, y'all. I don't know. Okay, so vitamins and minerals.
I think it booted you out, the other one out.
Okay. So let me get back into it real quick. All right, 1 second. Refresh.
You went out again.
I know. I'm coming back. Coming right back. That's my internet. Hold on. Here we go. Back to it. 2019, man. All right. Boom. Where we at? All right. Share my screen, Coach. I think I'm back on. Coach.
I'm sharing you.
All right, cool. All right, let's get it. Oh, hold on. All right, back to it. Turkey, chicken, whatever. Light Paul. Is Light Paul even here? Yeah, this is Light Man. Light Paul. Shout out to you. I know you want to roll your truck. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that's still tuning in. Okay, so let's keep on listening in. Vitamins and minerals, right? Chicken is a good source of vitamin B6, phosphorus, niacin, and selenium, right? Chicken contains more niacin than turkey. Selenium strengthens the immune system to fight against bacterial or viral infections, and as well as cancer cells. And it promotes a good level of cholesterol. Okay, turkey is a good source of many vitamins, including riboflavin, vitamin B6, iron, niacin, phosphorus, zinc, and selenium. Zinc is powerful antioxidant, immunity booster, and it's overall healthy for you. Turkey contains more selenium and copper than chicken. Now, the main reason why I put this slide in here is to expose the fact that turkey got more copper in it. Why is this important, like, man? Your copper-based diet can save you a lot of trouble and overall max out your stats. You understand? Max out your potential. What you eat is what you are. So you want to be better in life or whatever, why don't you get you a copper-based diet, and then you also eat towards your blood type.
We went from sleeping on an office floor
6 years ago, now running a multi-million-pound business, all from grass materials.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Let go. All right. Let go. Okay. So boom, chicken or turkey. This comes from a website, by the way. Okay, this is no BS. All right, this comes from a health website. I should just pull it up. But what you do is, if I was you, if you want to fact check me, all you do is see one of these sentences and copy and paste this to your Google search, and it'll directly link you to the article that I'm talking about right now. I'm not giving you no BS, no bias website or nothing like that or whatever. I'm giving you facts, okay? All right, so boom. So basically, this would say that turkey is more better for you, okay? For people who consume such diet daily, more frequent consumption of turkey than chicken will be healthier in the long run because it is lower fat content. Boom. All right, done. Let's go. Get into this playlist. Meat and dairy products. All right, man. Okay, this breaks down what zinc does for you and what copper does for you. All right, so I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to expose something real fast. A vegan or strict vegetarian diet excludes all animal foods such as meat, eggs, and dairy products. Nuts and peanuts provide copper and zinc. An ounce of almonds supplies 1 milligram of zinc and 333 micrograms of copper. And an ounce of cashew nuts provides 1.6 milligrams of zinc and 629 micrograms of copper. Okay? Legumes or beans, peas and lentils are good sources too. A cup of lentils provide 2.5 milligrams of zinc and 249 micrograms of copper. All right? So seafood contains a lot of copper in it. All right? That's just what this says, okay? Fish such as salmon, catfish, orange, and tuna provide copper and zinc. All right? This is good for you. Copper is good for you. People talk about vegan diets and vegetarian and stuff only, right? But, you know, you're supposed to eat towards your blood type. I'm O negative. I can have meat more than the average person. Most people don't have O negative blood. So that's why people promote vegan and vegetarian diet most. The most healthiest diet I'll tell you right now is called the vegetarian diet, right? No matter what blood type you are, the most healthiest diet is called the vegetarian diet. What's vegetarian? It's basically seafood and salads and stuff, you know, seafoods and vegetables and fruits or whatever. No hard meats like pork, cow, and chicken, you understand? But just seafoods, mainly fish, you know? Okay, so, all right. So adult men need 11 milligrams per day of zinc and women need 8 milligrams of zinc. Men and women need 900 micrograms per day of copper. 900 micrograms per day. See that? All right, y'all. So let's go. Okay, so copper and zinc promote antioxidant reactions, help your body metabolize nutrients and support proper growth and development. I know this is a long build, man. I'm glad you're sticking with me. It's almost done. All right, so there goes some more copper things. Copper foods, like I said, you know, seafoods, right? All right, so what got copper in it? Okay, dark leafy greens, dried fruits such as prunes, cocoa, black pepper, and yeast are all good sources of copper in the diet. You consume what you are, man. All right, fatigue, low energy. So if you don't have enough copper, you have low energy, you have paleness, you have low body temperature, you have some anemia, you'll be weak and brittle bones. You understand? You'll be balding, thin in hair. You have some unexplained weight loss. You have skin inflammation. You have a weakened immune system. Your muscles will be sore. You have joint pain. Copper deficiency is more common in malnourished populations where people don't consume enough calories and are unable to get enough. Yeah. Hold on. All right, man. I'm sorry, man. Like, you know, I want to break a lot of things down, but I really want to get to this playlist because I got to go somewhere. I actually had plans and we started a little late, so I'm gonna just break a little bit more stuff down and that's it. So thank you for tuning in. Hey, peace, light Paul. So boom. What we at 10:16 All right, so I'm losing y'all. So boom, let's go. Here go all the blood types, most of the main ones, right? The most rarest one is AB negative, right? B negative is real too. But O negative is the most connected to the ancient people and will connect you to the land. How do I know this? Oh, well, I'm actually about to show y'all a picture real soon from an article, whatever, about the O blood, O negative, and I got a, what's the name? Okay. So it says AB negatives has copper based. Copper with silicone in the body, an electric property which triggers sensitivity to energy, right? If you're AB negative, you have the rarest blood type, plus your blood type is copper based. You will have probably more psychic powers and stuff like that more than anybody else if you're AB negative. What percentage is AB negatives? Like 2% of people, like really nobody's AB negative. If you're AB negative, you have the most rarest blood in the world. All right. Now, you know, even though I do got RH negative, this is what they say about us. They say we got immunity to viruses and bacteria, and some have autoimmune disease. Others have blue blood. I have blue blood. That's one. I'm never in a hospital. Two, you'll never catch me a virus or whatever. Okay, that's all personal stuff. All right, I'm good. Just put it like that. All right, boom. So if you ever wonder why white people can't be in the sun as much, it's because they got something called pheomelanin, right? We have uromelanin. Pheomelanin is red and yellow. It is subject to destruction in as little as 10 minutes in the sun's light, the ultraviolet sight for white people, right? We're good. We can sun gaze. We good. Like, we can stay inside the sun for more than 10 minutes or whatever. Like, I mean, too much of sun is bad for you. Maybe if you stay inside the sun for like more than 3 hours or whatever, you'll be done for. But this person, you know, like pale people, I'm not racist, y'all. I'm really not racist. I'm only racist in a way where I want to see my people do better. That's it. And as far as like supporting my people, that's it. But as far as like hating white people just because they white, no. Like, they didn't choose to be born white. You understand? They didn't pick. They didn't be like, okay, I want to become a cracker. So they just somehow became a sperm and just, they didn't choose to be, I didn't choose to be Indian or brown or copper colored. I didn't choose that, and they didn't choose to be white, period. All right, so let's go. Oh, did their ancestors and stuff mess us up? Yes. Right? Yes, they did. But did the white person that you see every day do that to you? Necessarily? No. Does he want to do that to you? No. Will he treat you better than most of your fellow people? Shit, maybe. To be honest with you, you can't hide from the fact. If y'all don't believe me, then I'm sorry. Like, Young Pharaoh's new videos will put your ass on blast if you on some ignorant, ratchet ass, ignorant, hating shit. Like, for real. Watch his last 3 videos on everything. He supports the indigenous Aboriginal Indian movement way more than y'all think he do. This Young Pharaoh ass nigga. So anyway. Okay, so neuromelanin is a dark colored granular pigment which forms in a dopamine and neoadrenaline containing neurons of the substantial. All right, so this is inside your head, right? This is the darkest part of your head, neuromelanin. If you want to increase this, you got to meditate in dark places. You got to eat copper-based food. Once you do all of that, your meditations will be way better. To make your meditations better, you got to increase your neuromelanin. You meditate in a dark place, all right? Let's keep moving. Also, when you do this, it helps out for your skin too, because you got something called melanocytes, right? Let me keep moving. Hold on. All right, like I said, meditate in a dark place. All right, so y'all seen the video on Gil Scott Heron. Oh yeah, so the person that told me about Econolast, which is when they changed our pictures from white to black, was a Freezer. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Freezer. I think I'm done. Let's see. 1.6. Yeah, I think I'm about finished, man. I don't know why I put this in here. This is just some information. But okay. I don't know why. Okay, so let me just say this real quick, all right? I got a bill coming up with AP and A1 maybe. You know, I just got to send the information on ancient names for America and what our ancestors called America. Here's one of the words they used to call America. Talat Hossein Lalazin. I can't pronounce that, y'all. Or just simply Anawak, right? Anahak, right? Here go a couple names right here, but I got the documentation to back this up when I do AP and A1 build, all right? So I'm not going to reveal this documentation, but I reveal to you the CERN names real fast. Here goes some names: Anawak, Turtle Island; Anawarakoa, that's in Mohawk language, that comes from Mohawk. Hananawa. Now Hananawa is the name for the turtle in Turtle Island. So the Nomo story, the creation story, right? That turtle name was called Hunanawa by the Aborigines. Hanana, right? If you hear certain pronunciations in these Aborigine words, you'll see it come from us, because we actually pronounce stuff in, we pronounce stuff a certain way. We always got that at the end of certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like what good, bruh? Like, we don't want to. I don't want to say bro. I only said bro because I got used to it. But bruh, I used to say bruh. You know what I'm saying? I guess it is what it is. But yeah, so Hanana was actually the name of the turtle in Turtle Island. Okay, so Aniyash Buwaki is actually another name for the Americas too. Or yeah. All right. Makoshe Waste. That's another name too. This name right here is Lakota. Okay, so this is an ancient name for the Americas. Makoshe Waste. Right? When you say hello in Saponi language, what is it? Hahani Washte? Hahani Washte, whatever. Hini Washte, right? Here go another name, Zipanak, Jiminahak, Unapacha, right? Tawana Shua. Now, Tawanta Shua is actually an indigenous name for South America. Okay? Anawak, I believe, is an indigenous name for North America. But Tawana Tsuya is an indigenous name for South America. When other people drop this stuff and they drop the documentation behind, don't forget we heard it first, okay? I always say this in all my builds. I always say, look, get where you heard it first. I don't want no credit. I don't want no clout. Trust me, if I wanted clout, I'll be doing what indigenous realists be doing. I'll be posting shit left and right, doing lives, all type of shit. But that's not my stilo. I got other things going on. Let's keep it moving. Oh, why is this in my build, my copper build? I don't understand. So if you go to my page on video mixes, right, and you see a video called Untold Spiritual Technology Effects, it's gonna be touching on the CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, and how it's affecting us or whatever, right? So I don't know if y'all know about the Large Hadron Collider. It's a machine under Switzerland. It's like 17 miles deep or whatever under the ground. And they're building a real big one, like 3 times the size of that right now. It's like a big circle, right? And what they do inside that machine is they shoot real fast particles to collide with each other, to open up portals, to collect something called antimatter. Everybody has antimatter inside of us. Antimatter is the opposite of matter. It's very unstable. It's very dark. And antimatter is the thing that can destroy a lot of peoples or whatever. And when you open up these portals, you open up portals for demonic increase and seducing spirits and stuff. So the reason why this world is in such mayhem and such chaos right now, and nothing makes sense at all, everybody just going crazy, ain't no order, ain't no structure, is because these fucking machines they opened up or whatever, all right? So as you see the logo right here, CERN says 666. They go News Magazine, right? Obama, he's mimicking the same god as Apollyon, which is the CERN's logo, a statue they got right in front of CERN inside Switzerland, because they know they open up demons or whatever, right? And yeah. All right, we done, man. I got one more video I gotta play, right? Oh yeah, SETI joint. All right, Coach, you still with me, bro? Be careful, like, man. Almost sounded you called me a clout chaser. All right, yeah. Go ahead, play that. People Chicago shit, Dane Calloway shit, real quick. Started at I think 15 something. Just start at 15 flat. All right. All right. So the video he about to play for y'all, is a dude that's going in heavy ass SETI. To me, I seen Wake Up Indigenous Need the attack on SETI. I seen Iman OG. Shout out to Iman. He hit me up sometimes. Everybody was good, but this nigga right here, this more destroyed everybody, even us, damn it. But I don't take it offensive because, the information he putting out is not offensive to me because, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. So anyway, Coach, whenever you're ready to play this shit, man, we about to get into this playlist, man.
What's up? What's happening? What's good? What it do? Same as always. I'm on top of the game. I'm on top of these suckers too. That's on this internet distracting y'all while y'all gathering the spirit and the energy necessary for progression. Now, as you can see, the Black Power, Black Conscious, African American Hotep community is basically for marriage licenses and coming over here fucking everything. And this is the mentality the African have. Even when he know he got HIV, he's a bitch ass nigga. But these whole niggas on the internet is gonna be mad that I'm disrespecting the African. And that's going to show you how these low-lifed niggas don't care about their damn self or their borders. And as you can see, I'm American. I'm a nationalist. I love my country. And my job is to protect my borders, protect my women, protect these children. So the average man ain't gonna pick up on this because he has been feminized and homogenized, and he has been so weakened to the point that he has forgot that his role is masculinity and warriorhood and always protecting his homeland. That's what a patriot is. A matriarch is a woman system. A patriarch is a male system. So I am a patriarch because I am a man. I'm not letting nobody, soothe me and relax me into retardation. So, we got the Africans doing stupid shit. We got the Africans dying 50,000 a day, 5,000 a day. And you got some niggas trying to trick me. And I'm on top of this shit. Now, you got this light-skinned nigga, SETI on her. You feel me? Hollering with that old hollering shit like, nigga, that shit ain't moving nobody no more. That shit like 8, 9 years old, nigga. Come on with another little spill, B. You feel me? Because niggas like us is using our brain. And I'm not letting no nigga talk to me like I'm a preschool, student. Because if I was learning on an intelligent level, I went and let my teacher talk to me like I was a retard. And that's how Sarasu and said he talked to his audience. With that Negro, lingo that he picked up wherever the fuck he from. You know what I'm saying? When you talking to a large audience, everybody don't talk like they're retarded and they slow. So you got to switch it up sometime and be more presentable. Now, I'm not falling for this nigga, semantics, because I know he's a master mason. And they know all the ins and outs of communication and demographics when they're speaking to an audience. When you a mason, when you a high-level mason, you is taught how to speak and speak well. And you know who to hone in on. You know how to zone in on whatever crowd you zoning in on, and you know how to use the proper tools to get in their mind. So this nigga is working these niggas to sleep. So we have the word Bantu, and the origin is newt or into. It means person, and its origin is mid-19th century. So that means before the 19th century, there was no fucking such thing as a Bantu. You get what I'm saying? So today we're going in on the African. You know what I'm saying? We're going in on the African. And I just, like I say, I believe once we eliminate this shit up out of our minds, we can focus on American curriculum. Because technically, according to the slave story or the invasion Holocaust story of the American indigenous Negro, the Holocaust story happened in 1490, 1500, and 1600. So that's 400-500 years. Ain't no more Africa. That shit ain't happening. And if a motherfucker ain't came and got you in 400 years, they ain't coming to get you. It's over. So let's worry about us and what we got now and how we can mount up and take over these idiots who try to destroy us. Because I have no love for no fucking body who try to destroy me and my people. Now, on top of that, my people, let me tell you, my people, we can't let motherfuckers slide who thought they was gonna get away with this shit. So we gonna hone in on the information on everybody who sided together to bring us down. And right now we want to focus on the distraction, the useful idiots that has been developed by COINTELPRO, federal government agencies, to always distract the Aboriginal people, the indigenous people, the Moorish people of America, particularly Islamic national people. So we have Bantu,
All right, y'all.
which means the person.
You know,
so
this video is long. I'm not playing too much of it. I just wanted him to expose what's going on in Africa and the whole thing about Bantu, right? All right. So in this video, if you watch it, right, this is videos from a dude called People and Folks of Nation of Chicago, right? And, you know, he got about 17 videos ever since said he came out the woodworks. He's been throwing bombs on them, right? Anyhow, Bantu is what they say we are when they take our DNA, right? They say we sub-Saharan, and then they try to throw us into the Bantu tribe or tribes or whatever, right? Now, what this dude says in the video, and he exposes it, if you could actually read what he's showing, that Bantu is made up of like 2,000 different tribes or whatever, right? Like mad different language and cultures. So Bantu is not necessarily one person. So why would the DNA test not be clear of who and what tribe you are specifically? Because if you've seen when I show old boy DNA on A1 channel, I showed his DNA test. It showed a specific tribe he came from inside America, but it didn't say that he was Bantu or sub-Saharan or whatever. That's not a specific tribe, right? DNA is relative. Relative, relative is relative in the sense of heat and stuff. The way they use DNA, like, okay, so in South America, right, there's a lot of dark people. In sub-Saharan Africa, it lines up with that part of South America, which is Brazil. If you just draw a straight line, you'll run straight into Brazil. It's dark people. So what they do is when they use the E1B1 mitochondrial DNA or whatever, they try to relate you based on positions of the world and heat and stuff like that, because they can't show you the E1B1A mitochondrial beginning. They can't show you that. But you know what we could show? We could show bones, right? We can actually find out who people are based on bones, but they don't use that on DNA tests. They use something called the E1B1CA bullshit mitochondrial DNA that decides what and who you are. But how come they could be specific on what tribe you are here, but they can't be specific on what tribe you are in Africa? It sounds like some bullshit to me. No? Well, I'll let you know this, right? You can check that video out on the dude, people, whatever. I'm going to end this stuff a little early. I'm just going to jump into the playlist because I had something a little planned or whatever. Listen, man, I'm tired of the fuckery, y'all. Like, I don't mean to critique niggas are going or whatever, but like shit is old. Like niggas gotta move the fuck over, yo. I'm 30 years old now. You can't call me young. If you call me young and I'm doing something young, that's different. But if you call me young as far as young-minded or this and that, 30, and I'm not doing something young-minded or whatever, and you not getting more views than me, you're not doing better than me, you're stunting me, you're emasculating me, and you're being old. All this old shit is going out. I don't give a fuck. Young Pharaoh about to rise. I'm about to fucking rise. Whether it be in front of 1 billion people or not. Indigenous realists rising. All these niggas that's in their mid-20s going on 30 or 30 going on 40 or 50s, 35 or whatever. All of these niggas about to rise. We about to do some big shit. It's our turn. All the niggas that's 45 and up or whatever, I'm sorry, yo. Like, you gotta open up the door and support us now, for real. All that panel shit niggas be doing, like, okay, given I was on the panel fucking around too, but I don't condone that shit. I don't support that shit. Real talk, like, I'm not fake, but some real shit, like for real though, talking all fucking day and not showing nothing. When you show something, at least put some energy to that shit, you know? Open up the door for young energy to come in, because the youth is going to continue to move. It's going to continue the energy. Like,
so
okay,
you saying I need to stop talking?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that. But if you're a legend, you're supposed to be the legs of the new generation, right? This is what I'm saying. The youth, you got to support the youth and make sure that, you know, they doing their thing. And I don't even make sure, but you know what I'm saying? It's their turn. Okay, y'all want to critique niggas' music. Y'all want to critique niggas' style. Y'all want to critique niggas' the way they do things or whatever. Yes, it's very immature. 40 is not the new 20. That's a fact. 40 is 40.
Man, I'm about to turn 40. Stop hating.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Because 40 is 40. 40 is 40. It's not the new 20. And I only say that because we have a real young spirit, a real lion young spirit going around in this world, and it's keeping people from growing spiritually and mentally in all type of ways. And we have to mature and be examples for the youth coming up, so they can be more mature, you know.
I'm trying. I'm over here trying.
Yeah, coach. I'm not directing this to you. You helping me out. So I know I'm not, of course I'm not directing it to you. But what I'm saying is that we have to be more mindful of what energy we sending out and how we do it. Because if we're going to do so, we got to do it our damn best. If this is my best, no. But if whoever's listening, if you're getting this message now, I hope you're getting something from it, damn it. Right? Your parents are there to show you how they made it, if they made it or not. If you got a role model in your life, fuck with that person and see how they made it, and then show them that you could do it too. They not there to just put you in your place and make you feel bad or whatever. And even if you feel bad, you're not supposed to be feeling good all the damn time anyway. You're a human. Sometimes you're gonna feel bad. If the world be making you feel bad all the time, don't just go in your room, stay in your room all day, or isolate yourself or whatever. Learn how to deal with it internally and work with yourself, man. This is life. Niggas act like they supposed to be happy all the time.
Facts. It rains.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't the way life works, man. You're going to feel bad sometimes. Like, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose sometimes, damn it. It's okay. You can only die once too. Nigga gonna threaten your life, talking about he gonna kill you or yada yada. Like, you can only die once. They can't do shit to you. They can't do shit to your spirit. They could try to, that voodoo shit. I heard after certain niggas die or whatever, they try to trap your spirit and send you to hell and then torture you or whatever. That's why I oppose that shit. Because that shit is modern. It's modern with witchcraft or whatever. All that ancestor worship shit y'all be talking about. Y'all gotta show me the proof. Because I done seen the proof that all this shit that niggas talking about and they be doing is modern witchcraft. I don't give a fuck how you put it. But anyway, I just want to say, man, yo, thank y'all for keep going hard. If you keep putting up videos, you keep liking them, you keep commenting or whatever, keep doing that, man. Because these Native Americans, they hating so hard. They don't want you to make it. They know that we the true people. I've seen them validate us more times. We valid. They know who we are, but they don't want you to claim who you are. They don't want you to feel good about it. Because then you stepping into their turf and you about to take over their political powers and money and shit like that. Because if we rise, guess what that means? Somebody got to fucking fall. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna do another build another time, and I'm gonna get into this shit. It's Jersey 777.
Waiting on it. You did a good job, man. You showed up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. You know, I did an old build or whatever. You know, now you know a little bit more about copper. You already know the playlist is gonna have stuff in it that support everything I said. You already know how that go. If you don't know, you about to find the fuck out. Excuse my language. You know, I learned a lot about respect. We need our respect. And when I use curses or whatever, I know y'all cool with me because y'all know how I speak. But if you curse a lot, it can make you come off like you don't respect yourself enough to use a bigger vocabulary. So when you groom yourself, you cut, you know, you keep your hair good, you keep your clothes good, and you don't curse, and you know, you do your thing or whatever, it would affect the respect on people, how they come across to you. You will earn respect quicker. I don't know, just a little wisdom juice here and there, man. It ain't about nothing. And you know what? People talking about they gonna build. Hey man, let's build. Motherfucker, that's just barbershop talk. That's not building. That's not building. I've been around the OGs. My uncle built my city I'm from. I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Everybody's dead or in jail inside there. Elizabeth, New Jersey, 100 times worse than Newark. Newark got 50% more homicides than the whole state of New York. Elizabeth got like 100% more homicides than the whole city of Newark. What that tell you? Right? Yeah, that's it, man. Let's get into the playlist, man. We ain't gotta, let me end this on a good note. You know, I don't know what you have done in your life, what you about to do, whether you about to go visit mounds, whether you about to put feathers in your head, whether you about to, however you about to go about being who you are and then claiming your inheritance, man, just know I got your motherfucking back at the end of the day, okay? I wasn't there when Kusa got attacked by the cops on old boy's birthday, right? Kusa head chief name is Blue Feather. Her son's birthday, you know, was, you know, they went to go pick up a cake. It was his first time driving with his permit. He failed to maintain the lane like a normal first permit driver. Cop pulled him over, and one situation escalated to another, and they got fucked up. And nobody did anything about it, including Lightman. I take the blame too. So I do want to be politically more powerful, right? I just don't want to be no YouTube spokesman or whatever. I just don't want to, like, if this the best I could do, then, you know, maybe I'm not challenging myself the correct way. But if you feel inspired to do something, then do it, man. Kusa needs your help right now. If you could go on their website, Kusa Nation, give them a call, show your support, ask them how you can help, and see what's up. Cause listen, Blue Feather was shot 3 times by a taser on the ground. They stuck a gun to her son back. They beat Blue Feather head against the ground, and she had to wear tissues inside her ear while her head was bleeding. Right? Chief Redman, the oldest member inside Kusa, I believe, was put inside a headlock and beat up after when they went inside the court system. When he went inside the court and he went to go help, you know, say his piece, represent Kusa.
Nah, I think it was right after a court case, and right when they was leaving, the sheriff had came out and locked him up for trespassing.
Trespassing.
Also obstruct, you know, it was jacked up.
Right, but before they locked him up, they beat him up. They put him in a headlock and beat him up, and they locked him up for 17 days, right?
Yeah, 16 days. All of them got beat up and locked up at the end of it.
The strongest nation and tribe inside Indian history is Kusa. You got people from up north and some other people from all over the world that became Kusa members, and they have all their paperwork right. I've seen the paperwork that ties Kusa down to the land. It may be 1,000-page longs for the read, but it's there. And just because they copper color, I just showed you copper color is the first people, basically, you know? Like, it solidifies everything. And it feels good to know that these people are trying and they're not hurting nobody. They really not. They're a real government. You walk inside the Kusa Nation, it's gonna be file cabinets everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Not everywhere. Let me not exaggerate, but it's file cabinets up in there. And you know, they running a real government. Listen, man. It's Friday. It's June 19th. My birthday was June 17th. My real birthday is June 16th. Long story. This year, there's no fucking games, bro. We ain't taking that shit. That 2018 shit is out the fucking, as that's it. It's done. It's in the past. From here on, we walk with our head up. We know who we are. We not letting nobody tell us who we are. We not letting no Raul. We not letting no Native American. We not letting nobody come at us crazy. Right? We got A1. We got mad people that support
Hey,
us
before
over
you go, I
YouTube.
believe we got a few questions, brother. Joseph Cooper, what's your question?
Joseph Cooper.
Go ahead while I wait to see what his question is.
So I'm 54 years ago. Do I like I'm at LA 30? Do I like my birthday too? Oh, he said his birthday too. All right, well, we brothers from a star system or some type of ancestral system or something, we connect down the line somehow. So shout out to January 16 babies. Aaliyah, the singer that died, actually was born on 16th too. A lot of people was born on the 16th, and a lot of people are Capricorns. Supposedly, the word Capricorn is not an indigenous word. Capricorn is Capri. That's like relates to the Baphomet and the devil, and Pan, the goat god, and all type of shit. So in Capricorn is what is it? Greek astrology. Astronomy is the more accurate term we can associate ourselves with. Astronomy, but astrology is more so Greek, which goes to the zodiac. And Dr. Seuss was Capricorn. LL Cool J, Denzel Washington, Jim Carrey, a whole lot of people, Mary J. Blige, a whole lot of people is Capricorns. But anyway, listen, man, I got love for y'all, man. I got love for myself too. And hopefully this increases. We about to keep moving. Coach, we about to get into playlist, bro. We've been on this shit for way too long. Let's pop it off with the Wanagi thing, man. Let's go. Hope y'all enjoy it or whatever. It ain't about none, But let's get it popping. Go ahead. Play the playlist, Coach. Huh?
The very first one from the top.
Yeah, play the first one from the top and then play the rest all the way down to the damn bottom. We're not gonna get flagged because you got the shit in the description box. Let me check the description box.
Got you.
Let me see. Description box. All right, it's in there. We good. So go ahead.
Let me see. I'm coming. Oh, I got it over here. Get this playlist. Get rid of you. Oh, here we go.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't touch on, but it is what it is. I want to talk about so much. I could do it on my page, but damn it.
No, that's what I'm here for. But let me get this right. Boom.
Yeah.
And boom.
That's what I've been saying. Yeah, man. Listen, if I could put Young Pharaoh up in the playlist, trust me, I would, because his last 3 videos dropping nothing but revolutionary shit. Nothing but revolutionary shit. Young Pharaoh talking about how, us as a people treat each other worse than anybody else. And the facts is, the facts is the facts. What's up, Coach?
What's good with you?
You about to do it?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. Let me find this one.
Is the playlist gonna play straight through all throughout the night and all of that, or what?
I find it.
All right. Yeah, we should have probably did this during the day, but we got right. Fuck it.
It's gonna play. Let me get this joint real quick. All right, here we go. And
Oh, there it is. I see it. Coach.
Yo.
Can you please take off the chat that's shown on the screen?
I'm working it.
All right. Yeah, peace and much love, Indigenous Realists. Keep going hard, bro.
All right.
All right.
This is a sample of my PowerPoint lecture on the new revised edition of Black Indians. You can see here the mayor of Los Angeles opening Black History Month with a group of Native American, African American people featuring the book Black Indians. The story begins back at the time of Columbus, when Africans escaped and Native Americans took them in, and together these two people formed an alliance that fought the invasion from Spain, England, France for centuries. Here you can see an old French print in which Native Americans and African Americans are dancing. Dance, of course, symbolizing friendship. Back in Florida, this is in the 1590s, you can see an African leader of the Native American people here. Africans were among the first explorers of Florida. And when the Seminoles came down, they taught them methods of rice cultivation that they had learned in Senegambia and Sierra Leone. And these people formed a military agricultural alliance. The United States went after them. Here's General Jackson leading an attack using bloodhounds on the Seminole Alliance. 3 Seminole wars were fought, the most costly in U.S. history until that time, costing $30 million in 1830s money. This is Jim Beckworth. He was a famous frontiersman, a scout. He helped participate in California's Bear Flag Rebellion. He discovered a pass through the Sierra Nevada mountains. But what happened when Hollywood made a movie about Jim Beckworth called Tomahawk, they picked Jack Oakey over here on the left to play Jim Beckworth. Jack Oakey was a fine actor, but a white actor. Everybody learned Beckworth was important. Nobody learned he was indeed an African American. Let's go out to Oklahoma. Here are the black U.S. deputy marshals, but they're really a mixture of African and Native Americans. And they were out in the Oklahoma Territory. Here are the famous Seminole Negro Indian Scouts. What a record they rolled up in Texas. Defending the border, chasing out rustlers, 12 major battles, 26 other skirmishes, 4 of them winning the Congressional Medal of Honor. This is Lucy Gonzalez Parsons, the first, well, she was a former slave, and she becomes the first woman of color to become a dedicated socialist, champion of women's rights, and to take her message all over the country and to Europe. Lucy Gonzalez Parsons. And this is George Henry White, the last congressman of the 19th century of color, mixture of African and Native American. On January 20th, he introduced the first federal anti-lynching bill. He put in the death penalty for those convicted. And this finally shows people of color coming together. In this photograph done in 1978, after an effort to raise money for Native American causes, you can see Muhammad Ali, Buffy St. Marie, Stevie Wonder, Marlon Brando, Dick Gregory, Richie Havens, and David Amram. And this finally is a picture of the very famous actor, Olympic athlete, Woody Strode, who I got to know, and we did a book tour together in 1990 and 1991 in California. Thank you for watching.
See, whatever you're doing, however you spend your time, that tells you who you are. So think about what it is you like to create in your life experience. Once I look at how you commit your time, once I do an evaluation on how you spend your time, I can tell you exactly what you're committed to. How much time do you spend working on you? How much time do you spend every day working on your dream? In the last 90 days, how many books have you read? In the last year, what new skill or knowledge have you acquired? What kind of investment have you made in you?
A lot of people, as soon as they punch out, they rush home to sit on the couch. They rush home to do nothing.
Atlanta, Georgia. One of the largest cities in the American South and capital of the state of Georgia. Yet Atlanta was not the first great city to exist in Georgia, and its structures were not the first to rise above the dense southeastern forest. For over 4,000 years, the original Native American inhabitants of Georgia constructed some of the most impressive monuments in all of North America. Hidden in the dense southern forests, these forgotten ancient cities are only now beginning to give up their secrets. And what they're revealing are civilizations more complex and advanced than was ever imagined possible. These are the lost worlds of Georgia.
From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.
Say it again.
You want the daddy leg, daddy? Leg, daddy.
What's up, little blood? Hey. What's up, little blood?
Okay, she just had the baby. I'm gonna call you right back, okay? Erica.
Let's pull the 2-seat out, baby. It's wherever you wanna go.
Just listen to the music. This is how we do it. All night, raising down the freeway. Just me and my baby. In our bed, just me and my boss. No worries at all. Listening to the ancient
Would have came back for you. I just needed time to do what I had to do. Caught in the life, I can't let it go. Whether that's right, I won't ever know. But here when goes I'm alone in my
Do you believe that the European was that powerful?
Was that powerful?
To bring all these Africans over here?
The Europeans didn't do that.
Yeah.
The Europeans didn't do it, number one. The Europeans, only 5% of the slaves in this country from Africa.
Yeah.
Only 5% of the Africans were slaves in this country. 5%. And 95% were free will people. But they don't tell you that. But they will tell you 5%. Now you got to figure out the rest for yourself.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Hidden within the dense subtropical forests along the Georgia coast are 3 giant rings constructed almost entirely of seashells. These shell rings have puzzled archaeologists for centuries, but it now seems clear that they are the location of Georgia's earliest city. A city that was inhabited before the pyramids in Egypt were constructed.
The Sapelo Shell Ring Complex was first occupied by Native Americans approximately beginning around 4,200 years ago. Now, based on the size of the ring, we could estimate somewhere between 35 to an upper estimate of 120 people. And granted, that's a large range, and it's very difficult to make population estimates. Now, it may represent a slightly larger population if, now, there are 3 rings here, but we do not know if all 3 rings were occupied at the same time. If so, that would be quite a substantial population. And as it stands, this is one of the largest, if not the largest, archaeological sites of its time period here in Georgia. So it's quite a substantial site in and of itself.
Let's keep switching the identity to hide the people. Why don't we just keep renaming you? Are you Negro? Oh, no, you're not Negro. No, you're colored. No, you're not colored. You're African American. And this is what they name you. The slavers name you this. Because I know a white guy who grew up in South Africa, and he now lives in America. He is an African American, and more African American than most. Do you see how African American is a misnomer? It's a misnomer. Don't check that box. It's a title given to blacks by democratic slavers.
Indian identity in the United States, when it comes to legalities, federal recognition, state recognition, or non-recognition, is not based on your proximity to Indianness as much as it's based on your proximity to whiteness and your distance from blackness.
What?
Oh my God!
Damn! White skin contains precious little melanin, the body's natural protection against the sun. So whenever you're outside, you need to apply a sunscreen like UV to reflect away harmful rays.
We got loads of melanin!
My life in the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine.
sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks get brown in the sunshine. Just bees and things and flowers. 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 My life, my life, my life, my life in the sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Everybody loves the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks get down in the sunshine. Sunshine. Folks get brown in the sunshine. Feel what I feel when I feel what I feel when I'm feeling in the sunshine.
As Dr. Kim shows us, people are getting their hands on it, even though it hasn't been approved yet.
The darker the skin, the more natural protection you have against damaging UV rays. Melanotan, an experimental drug, darkens the skin, inducing a tan without exposure to the sun.
It's a hormone that actually tells our skin cells to make pigment, to make themselves darker.
As you can see here, the effects are dramatic. Inject a white-haired dog with melanotan, he turns jet black. Light mice turn brown. Green frogs turn black. And very pale-skinned humans tan.
An Australian biotech company is developing melanotan as a drug that might protect against, even prevent certain serious skin disorders. It's not yet on the market, but consumers everywhere who worship tans are getting their hands on illicit supplies.
Researchers have discovered a thriving internet community of melanotan users. This website has more than 5,000 members. Online, users discuss their experiences with the unlicensed, unregulated drug. Prospective users seek advice where they can get melanotan or melanotan 2. That's a version of the drug believed to induce erections. But there's a big concern. These drugs are potent and the health risks remain unclear.
You are messing with Mother Nature. You are messing with the endocrine system. So I do have a bit of reservation. What else are we going to see down the line?
That's because these drugs are thought to mimic hormones in the body. Hormones that also regulate your immune system, inflammatory response, and heart.
And I will explain now why a lot of hate and a lot of racism is put towards black people. It's because we're fucking jealous of you. See, black people are fit no matter what they do. I have a black friend and he smokes and he's the #1 guy on the track, on the racing field, and he smokes and he rapes everybody in the football game and in the soccer game and every other fucking sport. Okay? Now, you guys can also sing very well. I can't sing for shit. And I'm a musician too. I wish I could sing like that. But, you know, most important of all, you guys have the biggest dicks. Your dicks are fucking huge. Have you ever seen interracial porn? Interracial porn. I was watching some the other day, and you know that saying that goes, once you go black, you never go back? Well, after that black man was done with that white chick, She couldn't have gone back if she wanted to. She would have had to go back in a fucking wheelchair. If she could roll her ass up fast enough to go back, then maybe. Otherwise, she would not have gone back. Okay? Black people, you have the nicest voices, the fittest bodies, the biggest dicks. Of course we're fucking jealous of you. That's why we're so fucking racist against you. Because we're fucking jealous. We're fucking envious. We wish we could be half the men that you are, literally, with your big balls and your big dicks. All I have is a motherfucking 5 to 6 incher. What's that gonna do me? I can't put a fucking bitch in a wheelchair with that.
Law school. Yeah! Tuition and fees. $10,493.
Harvard Law School. This is a big day for all of us. That's why I've decided to let you pay your own way.
Estimated annual living expenses.
You ever applied for a loan before?
$7,500.
Mr. Watson, you don't pay your bills. Get out.
Total for 3 years of law school.
Wait a second, look at this. Full tuition for the most qualified applicant.
Most qualified black applicant. $53,979.
Don't you think you're overreacting?
No.
Congratulations, Mr. Watson.
Thank you, sir. I'll do my best.
Some people will do anything to get into Harvard.
It's gonna be great. These are the 80s, man. It's the Cosby decade.
For Mark Watson, all it took was a little soul.
I'd like you to meet my good friend, Kareem Abdul-Ali.
We got Washington here on the coin toss, so he'll take Leon.
That's Watson.
Right. Sorry, Marcus.
Yeah, there may be a problem here. His roommate was a,
What?
a black Negro.
A black Negro?
You know, there's something really strange about you, and I don't know what it is.
Oh, God, is she beautiful? You gotta believe me.
She must have learned a great deal more than you bargained for.
Tell her I'm white. Don't tell her you're white.
What's going on?
Can we blame him for the color of his skin? Mom, Dad, I'm black.
What? No, you're crazy.
Mark Watson.
Come on now!
From the producer of Risky Business, Soul Man. He didn't give up. He got down.
Right on. Do you really hate the Beach Boys now?
Out here, you feel me? Y'all want to see a dead body?
Beide leicht übereinander schlagen und dann nochmal so zu mir rüberschauen.
Curvy glamour model Martina Big has made a career out of her extreme Barbie doll look.
Ja, genau.
But her new tan has shocked even her most dedicated of fans.
I asked my doctor, I have problems to get tanned. I want to be crispy brown. I want to be crispy brown. I want to be crispy brown. Do you know a way? And he knows a really good solution. I got from my doctor 3 injections, and beginning from the first week, I am getting darker, darker and darker. I'm going to show you my old makeup. And I'm really happy that it works very well. You can see a little bit different. The injection was 9 weeks ago. Each week I'm getting a little bit darker and a little bit darker, and I'm a little bit browner than I first expected. Darker skin. Oh, yo. First, my fans were very irritated because nobody has seen a girl before changing her color from white to African black. Now? Oh, I like your style. I want to have really dark skin because I like the nice contrast of my long blonde hairs and summer dark skin. Maybe I'm a little bit addicted to this crispy tan, but most addicted I'm for my boobs.
Martina's loving boyfriend Michael also had the tanning injections.
A lot of people asked Martina, is this a fake tan? Is this a spray or cream? But it isn't fake tan, it is a real tan. And Martina will show this. You can't remove this tan with oil or soap. I like the tan which Martina has right now very much. It's a very exotic look. It's a great feeling for me that Martina now have the biggest breast in Europe, and I think in the course of time it will be the biggest breast in the world.
Martina, who claims the title the largest breasts in Europe, says her deep mahogany tan is just the latest step in her quest to become the ultimate Barbie doll.
My first procedures started in May 2012. In the past, I wanted to look like Pamela Anderson and Katie Price, but her curves are too small. And now I'm a little bit like Jessica Rabbit, but I'm creating an extravagant, unique Barbie look for myself.
The former air hostess has had over 20 different surgeries and procedures to date. She has spent more than $60,000 on her striking look and has even had breast implants that can be further pumped up without having to go back under the knife.
With a hose like this to my implant, and then connects the valve and pumps up. My next procedure is enhancing my lips again, pumping up my boobs, and in end of summer my butt implants. This was from the last filler, the butt. The saline is here and here. I don't regret any kind of modifications. I'm thinking about getting more stringers. I want to test out the limits. I'm really fascinated.
Genau.
Oh, a nice cleavage. Size compare. My hands. These are my fingers. And my boobs.
Unsurprisingly, Martina's look gets her a lot of attention when she's out and about.
When I go outside in a pedestrian zone, if I meet people who never know me before, they stare and have a really big eyes, and you can see the question, how is this possible?
Is this something that you think maybe you could possibly try in the future?
It's not so. No. For me, no.
No.
Martina is intent on becoming as dark as she possibly can, but is adamant that she is not trying to change her race.
A lot of people ask me, are you going to copy an African girl? And no, I look like an African girl. I'm not going to change my race. I'm going to create a unique exotic Barbie look.
I think Martina follows her heart. Our dreams are the same, and from change to change, Martina becomes more beautiful and beautiful.
I'm going to keep this look for a while. I'm going to hold this dark skin, but I'm going to push it to the darker side.
Black skin has naturally excellent protection from the sun. White skin needs the extra help of a sunscreen like UV.